Evening all. It is very warm. It is very warm. I don't like it. My USB fan broke. I'm not happy. I've got my big I've got a big tower fan basically, and I've been using that all week and it's grand, and I realise I can't have it running while I'm streaming, and so I have no fan pointing at me and I'm just a little bit warm. But it's fine because I brought ciders. Happy for Saturday for everyone. I also put up my my logo, which someone made for me for a Secret Santa like 6 years ago, and it was in the cupboard for ages because it was really difficult to put anywhere, so I put it on the back of the back of my little fan there. Happy Saturday. We are building in Sanctuary. It's so warm though. Oh, I don't like it. I'm not happy. I want it to be cooler. Oh, I need to turn off the scrapping mod because it is... I can't actually do any of the glitches, which is mildly annoying. Oh, it's so warm. Just soon. One more month and it's September. And then it's September, and then we've got 6-7 months of cold weather. So excited. My body is ready. My body is so ready for the cold weather. I want to wear scarves and cardigans and not be, thank you for that, and not be sweating. But instead I'm just drenched. Hey, Vivon. Andrew, that's actually a really good shout. That's actually a really good shout. I'll leave it out, or I have to exit the game because it's not going to load at the med menu. But yeah, no, it is oh, it's warm. I don't like it. Right, you know, let's just exit because otherwise it's going to be a knobhead. It's because I've not exited it in a while. Sometimes I have to turn it off and on again. Oh god, it's so warm. I've had that USB fan, the little blue one that I have, for like, I think that one lasted around 4 or 5 years, and I'm genuinely sad that it's broken because they don't make that specific brand anymore. It's one of those ones you get from Amazon from like a random company, and it was amazing. And they don't make it anymore, and I'm very, very upset. It's fine. It's fine. How is everyone? Andrew, I was very, very intent on not pushing back the stream, even though I did have to rush to do some things, so... Because you mentioned that you were annoyed last time when I pushed it by 30 minutes. No, don't stop. Put down. Give him it. Come on. Come on. Thank you. Oh, I'm going to be sweaty. This is also the longest my hair's ever been, and for the first time in my life, I've got... and women watching will attest, I've got sweat on the back of my neck, which I've never had before. So like, literally, the back of my hair is just wet now, and it's just like, this is annoying. This is mildly annoying. Oh, it's so warm. Might turn you off. Also, my bloody light broke, so I have, currently I only have one light pointing at me. Traditionally I have a ring light there, and then I've got my Elgato little key light there. The ring light died as well, so... No worries. Well, I genuinely, I was reading my book, and I was just like, this is actually quite a good vibe, but I don't want to delay the stream. And Saturdays are such the perfect day for streaming. And it means tomorrow I get to just kind of read and vibe, and I want to do the video that I was planning to do yesterday, but was playing Project Zomboid instead. Current? Nope. Yes. Thank you. Oh my god, it's so warm. One more month. We can do it. We can do this. It's not even that warm. That's the thing. My body is just sort of twatted around. What is the actual temperature? It's something like... I think it's probably maybe not even... It's not 21 degrees. It feels warmer than... my body is just not built for this. I need cold weather. I need snow. I need rain. Oh. Oh, remember the rain. I miss you so much. Andrew, literally. I do need to do a bit of an upgrade in some of my tech. A big thing I'm going to be doing is trying to fix my new old microphone. So currently I'm recording on the Blue Yeti because it's just old reliable, but I want to see if I can get the Shure SM7B working again. The issue is the tech itself wasn't working, so I'm going to see if I can get that one. I think it just needs to be fully wiped, and just maybe there's some calibration need to do. The issue is, so for those who don't know, like what would happen with that microphone is it would kind of sort of pop. And I don't mean pop when you don't have a pop filter. I mean like it would like add random pops to just my sentences, just arbitrarily, but often enough that it was very noticeable. And I think it was a calibration issue, and I just, once I figure out how to stop it doing that, I'm laughing, but I just haven't figured out, I haven't figured how to consistently stop it doing that yet, which is why it's causing me some aggro. Oh, it's so sweaty. I'm in a very good mood though. I've had a really nice week. I was in a really weird, July was a weird month for me. And I was in one of those, you know when you're like, you can't turn your brain off? That was pretty much how the month was. And then for the last week, my brain has just been at peace. It's been lovely. And to the point where I was reading a book today, and I was like, wow, I'm really relaxed. I'm not angry at anything at all, because I get mad. I'm in a good mood. It won't last. Obviously not, but I'm going to ride this high. Also, the new update for Project Zomboid. I was this close to streaming Project Zomboid tonight, but I figured I'd probably need to give people a little bit more pre-warning that I'm going to do that, but I was tempted. So the update for Project Zomboid, which basically is their biggest update they've been working on for absolutely ages, dropped this week on Wednesday, and it is fucking awesome. It's so goddamn good. Yeah, fluffiness. That's probably the one I'm going to check first. Because I've heard that the XLR... I can't remember if I did buy an XLR cable or not, actually. Did I already buy the XLR cable? It was a while ago. Let me check. It's gonna. You've actually prompted me to check, because I remember... Did I actually order an XLR cable? XLR... I did already order an XLR cable in earlier the year, so I don't think that was it. My issue is I'm using an Elgato, what's it called? Wavelink, which is, it's one of those things where it's like, it's very streamer friendly. The issue is streamer friendly translates to very simple to use, but when it breaks, and I'm just wondering, I don't know, we'll figure it out. It might have to be, I'll have to get a new mixing deck potentially, but this microphone is fine, but the SM7B is it's just undeniably better. Right, I'm gonna pop that bit over there. Oh la la. The update in May that like broke my PlayStation. The update in May did a few things, but the big one is it increased the available mod space. So before you had, especially on consoles, pretty limited mod space, whereas now you have quite a lot. But for me, it did break a load of shit, like so much shit. Yeah, Andrew, like, I deliberately put at the end, like, guys, this is how likes work. Unfortunately, there's only so much you can do. Bethesda really buried it, my god. It's not that it's buried, they've just put it in a place that you wouldn't expect it to be in that place, right? In the actual, in the load order menu, because how often does a normal, non-weird person look at the load order menu? Not that often, so yeah. But happy to do it. I was really worried that I'd made an error. When I was recording that video, for some reason my brain kept like reversing the name. So I called it like, it's called clutter crafting. I'd call it like crafting clutter. And I kept getting the names wrong. And I was like, what's wrong with my brain? And I think what happened is my brain just sort of conditioned itself to get it wrong. And I had to record what was basically an 8-minute video. I had to record like 5 times because I was like, stop doing that, David. I got it right eventually. I was happy. Yeah, no, definitely, and it's yeah, the like thing is just odd, isn't it? Because I was looking at some of your mods, and like, yeah, the like ratio is really low, especially on like certain platforms, and it's just like it makes like why? Just put it on, you know, put it on the mod menu when you're downloading the mod. Oh yeah, as you say, have a pop up, but oh, I'm sweating so much. Oh, I'm so sweaty. That's right. I'm just gonna drink cider and just distract myself. Right, we're walling off that. Let's just do this bit. Let's do that bit over there. Okay, at least it's not only me. Yeah, I'm so bad. I think what it is with my brain is I sort of it's like learning a language and then getting a word wrong, and you can't stop yourself from getting the word wrong. I just sort of conditioned my brain, so I had to basically uncondition my brain to say your mod correctly, and I had to have the name open in the side window. If you listen to the video, you can hear me pause like for a brief second just to look at it to make sure I got the name right. It doesn't help that I talk very fast as well, so often I'll be waffling and I'll just be like, I've just said the completely wrong thing. Oh, I'm sweaty. Sorry, I'm going to complain about the heat quite a lot. Apologies. Oh, I'm so excited for September. It's going to be so nice. I'm going to check the Sorry, I'm going to check the temperature now. When is our next... Basically, what's happened with us is the temperature's... Oh, no, it's 25 degrees. That's why I'm sweating. Peter. When are we getting... So, we've got... Yeah, see, is this going to be consistently over 20 fucking degrees? God damn it. Right, guys, I've mentioned this before, but I am cancelling completely, in fact, summer. I'm so sorry, but just no more summers for anyone. I hope you're okay with that. Just, I've had enough of it, to be honest. It's shit months. What are my cardigans? Oh, it's so warm. Right, okay. Where's my pillow gone? Where's my pilly gone? So I've got the reason I was going to do a video yesterday, and I ended up playing Project Zomboid because I want to play the new update. So I'll have a video up tomorrow, maybe Monday, but I'm aiming for tomorrow, which is going to be on the castle again. I will have a Project Zomboid video up. What I'm going to do, because I'm quite good at the game, though I did get munched the other day when I made an error, I'm going to do a kind of similar to my Long Dark video I did years ago, where I'm just going to basically play the first 30 minutes to an hour and just sort of walk people through what they should do at the start of the game. I was debating whether I do like a more just hard and fast guide video, but I think a lot of people do those kind of ones, and I think it'll be helpful. Wow, that is a lot of stored rugs. Oh, no worries, Vivo. You rest up. Thank you for popping in. Always good to see you. Yeah. There's a rug. Well, that's rude. I hadn't noticed the highest rated. To be fair, like, I mean, historically, the mods menu was always crashing as fuck to me. I tend to use... With me, I tend to search... God damn it. Search for mods quite heavily, so I'm usually going by keywords, so I don't maybe look at the rated section. But yeah, for you who are significantly more prolific than I am, I understand how it's important, which is why I tried. I did try. I even had a little red arrow and everything. Will you work, you little shit? Fluffiness. It's one of my favourite games ever. And it is without a doubt the best survival game ever made. I think. Oh, you fucking prick. Right, we're using a big rug. We're using a big rug because it's not going on. There we go, you bastard. Get over here. I love Project Zomboid so much. Oh, so good. I really wanted to stream it today. But I'm keenly aware it's not for everyone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start making videos on it, and then I can sort of like gaslight you all into playing it. That's the plan. That is my shameless plan, by the way. I'm going to gaslight all of you into liking Project Zomboid. Because it's one of those games, it is horrendously hard to get into, because it's like has such a massive learning curve. Like a Souls game level learning curve, if not worse, because there are so many little mechanics. But once you get the game, oh my god, it's so good. Right, can I just... Yeah, brilliant. I can. Yeah, Andrew, what I'm going to do, Andrew, is because my views of my channel are up quite a lot recently, because, again, like for the last 6 months to a year, I did slow down quite a little bit, whereas now I've been doing a video every week, but also like occasionally a little bit sooner. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to periodically remind people about it, and see if I can sort of saturate, and then hopefully I'll get, like, if one of my videos goes a little bit more popular than normal, hopefully, pardon me, people will notice and listen. That is my hope. Oh, you know what also my hope is? I wish it was fucking cold. I went into town earlier, so it's Pride. It's the Pride Festival in Brighton today. And it's great, don't get me wrong, I love it. But also, I was so overstimulated, there were way too many people. I went to the shops, and I was just like, I need to go home. This is too much. There's like thousands of people. It was a bit overwhelming. Come on, you piece of shit. Why are you being all laggy? Peter. Fluffiness, fair enough. Again, like with me with Project Zomboid, I despised it when I first played it, but then when my brain sort of tweaked and got it, it's one of my favourite games. Oh my god, it's so good. I did die for the first time in ages the other day, so the new update, alongside lots of other stuff, sort of tweaks the zombie AI a little bit, to the point where in some ways it made parts of it easier, and other parts of it horrendously hard. And one thing I really like is, like, I think probably like dealing with zombies generally, like kind of walking around the towns, is a bit easier because they have, like, some of them like will shuffle really slowly as opposed to walk at the same speed, which makes it a little bit easier to sort of deal with large groups. But they've also added loads of semi-scripted spawn points, I feel, for big groups. So like there's been lots of things about people going into basements and there being like 20 zombies suddenly down there. And I had that happen to me, but it was outside a gun shop, and I heard a banging on the door, and I was like, okay, there's a zombie or two out there, and there were like 30 of them, and they were all trying to get in, and I got munched. And that hadn't happened in ages. Oh, have I still got the rug on the floor? No, why is that? Oh, that's weird. It's because it's too close. I think it's because it's too close to the build thing. Yeah, to be fair, it's a massive update, so it did break a lot of mods. I ended up disabling all of my mods, just because they would mess with the UI. Oh, yeah, that's a good shout, Andrew. I actually do, that's how I usually look for, like, for example, when I look for your mods, what I'll do is I'll just go to my first mod in my menu that's from you, and just go more from author. But yeah, no, good shout. I will make a note of that. See, I don't turn off zombie respawns, because but I do, what I like about Project Zomboid is you can sandbox it however you like. My one worry with zombie respawns is because I tell those people I do lock in on games, and my worry is I would get, like, really into it, like into a run, and then just be like, okay, there's nothing here anymore because I killed everything. Because it's quite easy, once you get good at the game, it's quite easy to clear out a town. Okay. Right. Okie dokie. Got so many pillars. I leave these around like cans of beer, don't I? Let's have a butcher. I bet I've got a few locking around somewhere. Oh, it's so warm. Oh, it's so warm. Yeah, it's not even so much as AI slop mods. It's like it's because the mods themselves aren't AI slop. What it is the fucking thumbnail. And I think Andrew, you've probably seen this in the. I suspect you've seen this in the Fallout 4 modding scene and beyond. Is people using AI to make thumbnails for their mods. It's awful. Oh my god. And anyone who's gone to any like pub event or any band or like tattooists have started doing it, like any flyer in any IRL event is now AI, and they just look so bad. I hate them with every fiber of my being. Oh, okay, well that's a bit shit, but thankfully those mods are probably there. I bet, yeah, it's, oh my god, it sucks so much. Again, I have to use AI for work, and there are some things it is undeniably good at doing. Again, I use it for data analysis and, like, really boring shit. Don't use it for creative stuff. It looks like ass. Oh, it looks so bad. And again, if you're doing any kind of coding, it's okay for very small stuff, but the bigger you make it, it's making errors, and it's making a lot of errors, and because you've used AI to make this, you're not going to find that shit. It's going to be buried in there. I tried to make it like I had to do an SQL query the other day, which is basically like a language you use for querying databases. And I was like, okay, this one's a bit weird. Fuck it, I'll just use Claude because it's Friday and I have to quickly get this done. And it constantly made errors. Like, it just got the whole thing wrong all the time. And it was just like... I eventually ended up writing the query myself because it kept using wrong field names and wrong functions. And I'm like, you're literally meant to be the smart thing that's draining the oceans. And you're just, oh, just so shit. Bloody annoying. Oh, that's good at least. Andrew, as I was saying, like I mentioned in my video, but your thumbnails are lovely. I appreciate the consistent, clean branding of your thumbnails. They're very, very nice. I do like a good thumbnail, and yours are... Oof. I believe I mentioned it on the video as well. I was like, oh, I do like it. Very clean. You've got the little... I don't know what tool you use. It might be Canva actually, but you've got the kind of cog thing, and then you've got the picture, and then you've got your little. It's very nice, very clean, approved. But you know, I'm not approved of how fucking hot it is. I warned you guys. I am going to be moaning about that a lot today. But for the next stream, I will have made sure to purchase a new fan, so I'm not sweating my ass. Do you mind, codders? I am trying to build a wall there, precious. Okie dokie. Right, that's looking good. Looking sturdy. Clear this hole here. Giggity. That's the wrong one. I could just probably put this in here like that. Oh, okay, I'll just do that. Always nice when I actually have to do any rug glitching. Yeah, I'm in a weirdly good mood. Like it's like I had a really shit July. Not due to my birthday, it was everything else was really shit. And I came back from holiday and I was in a really bad mood. But then for the last about a week and a half, I've just been in the most zen state ever. It's suspicious. Something awful is gonna happen. Guys, I'm really sorry if a war starts again, you know, or we get nuked or something, because I think it's my fault. Sorry, guys. That was me. That's my bad for being in a good mood. But I'm in such a zen state. It's very dubious. Oh yeah, so Andrew, I have basically I used to make my thumbnails in Photoshop, and then what was the other one? God, so long as I've used that. Mostly Photoshop and the other one. But eventually I just got Canva and I was like, fuck it, I just don't care. I'll take a nice screenshot, but I don't put too much effort into them anymore because it's just like... I used to cut out images and stuff and spend ages in Photoshop, like, because obviously back in the day, you know, trying to remove the background from an image was actually quite hard, and I'd like carefully cut images out and have it like superimposed over the top, and I was like, you know what, it does not matter. My most popular videos ever were done in MS Paint. They don't care. Right, Illustrator, that's what I used to use. I used Photoshop and Illustrator. Again, I've not used them for ages, to the point where I cancelled my subscription for them because I just never use them anymore. I've only got Premiere Pro now. Oh, I got crisps. Right, okay. So, walls are coming along. Looking good, looking good. I think... Have I done the entire walls now? I think I have. Oh, I have. We have officially, saucily walled off Sanctuary. I've got to still roof this one up, which I might do now just so it's done. I need to figure out why this part's broken as well. I'm
always glad to see the sun come up one more time.
Not me, Preston. I'm not glad to see the sun come up. I want it to be dark and wet and cold constantly. Okie dokie. And I've got this bit here. Okay, okay. Firstly, we need to bring Sheffield in. I need some decoration. Thankfully, I have a creation that you can use some good decoration techniques with, namely crafting junk. Christ, on a bicycle. It's so warm. Right, I actually might. No, because if I turn on that fan, it will be... This big tower thing here is amazing. It is loud, which is fine because I have noise-cancelling headphones. It will just dominate the entire stream. Okie dokie. I didn't see that fluffiness. Is that a mod or is that just like an update? Or is this something in real life that I didn't get the reference for? Oh, it's so warm. I had such a social week as well, guys. On Sunday, I had a friend's birthday party. On Tuesday, I went to a pub quiz, which I organised. I organised this shit. And then on Wednesday, I had my board game night. I was so... I was thinking of a mod off fair, okay. I was like, maybe I'm missing some key part of Boston's history and culture. But yeah, like, so it's really weird. So I've got like a group of friends now. That suddenly happened. And which is great, except my social battery keeps getting drained. I went out like 3 or 4 times last week. I don't normally do that. I loved it, don't get me wrong, and I think it's probably the reason why I'm in such a good mood, but also, good lord. Oh. Right, where's me water? Merci. I have no money whatsoever. Okie dokie. Right. Oh, look at that. Oh yeah, the castle has loads of water. We can just do a little bit of purified water session. Oh la la la. Oh la 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 la. I'm so excited to make Project Zomboid videos. So basically, there's going to be a lot of non-Fallout content coming, alongside, not in place of, by the way, just to be clear, of the Fallout stuff. And because I've started to up my schedule a little bit more, and I've started to be a bit more structured and organised, and I'm quite happy with where the channel's going, and like my views are up by like 30%, and everything's just up, purely because I'm actually posting regularly as opposed to, you know, taking 3 weeks off. The Project Zomboid update is fantastic, and that's going to be something I want to feature. Again, if it's not your thing, it's not your thing, but it's fine. I want something that I know I can play a lot. And Project Zomboid is a game I play a lot. But also Valheim has its like 1.0 launch in September as well. And that's one of the other games that I can just play forever. So oh my god, I'm so excited. There's so much good stuff. So excited. My body is absolutely ready. I'm going to borrow you. I'll leave that there. So I've not played RuneScape in bloody hell. How old am I now? 25 years? One of my favourite nostalgic memories was when I was 15, probably 15, and I would play RuneScape. I would alternate between playing RuneScape and playing Unreal Tournament, talking to people on MSN Messenger, and listening to early 2000s nu metal. Oh my god. I very vividly remember I bought the there's a band called Kitty, which I think they're still technically together, but they don't release albums anymore. They're like a kind of female-fronted metal band. And I remember listening to their Brackish album. The album's called Brackish. Well, alternating between like RuneScape and Unreal Tournament. Oh my god, like absolute nostalgia high. Oh, so good. Oh, nice. September's going to be a good month. It's literally perfect time. I'm quite excited for the channel, actually. I'm also just really glad I finally got around doing the rebranding, because everything just looks a little bit less 7 years ago.
We're having a sale on fruit.
I need to turn the subtitles on.
Let's see what you have.
Anything and everything.
Good lord. It's warm. Just pretend it's cold. It's fine. I'm excited. That's remind me. I've got to finish GTA 5. If I don't finish GTA 5 in the next month or two, when is it in October or November? I've got it saved. One sec. Let me check my PlayStation app. Oh. Christos Siolis. Sorry, I've got the Arsenal friendly updates. One of our new players just made their first goal. November. Thank you. Okay. I can finish GTA 5 in November. I'm basically about halfway through, and it's one of those games I've sort of just had. Give a frame of reference. It's literally like I'm not going to obviously start playing it, but it's like it's been there, and I've not played it in ages. But I sometimes pretty jump into it. I just need to sit down and finish it because it's a fantastic game. Okie dokie, right. I need wood, plus. And cold weather. Also plus. Give me that, and I'll give you some shiz. Also, my nose is really blocked. Sorry about that. Oh, I've got loads of mods I can sell. Oh my god, yeah. Oh, Silent Hill Townfall. Did you see the first-person trailer they did the other day? Oh, it looks so good. Oh, it looks so good. So many good games. I'm so excited. It looks so good. And it's going to be the best time of year because I get to wear scarves and cardigans and live my best life. Outstanding. So good. And there's the new Control Resin, is it? The new Control game is also going to be good. I think that's fair enough. Absolutely fair enough.
Hey, wait there.
It looks good. It looks really good. It looks terrifying. I'm going to have a great time. Ooh. Also, I might get surgery on my eye. Maybe not in September, probably more October. But I'm going to get my eye fixed soon. So I won't have a stupid wonky eye that's pointing inwards. So that's going to be exciting. I'll be able to see properly again. I've started wearing an eye patch when I read a book in bed because my eyes just point inwards. It's so bloody annoying. Evening, Brookie. How are you? Ooh, crisps. I keep forgetting the crisps. Ah. Right, okay. Okay. Let us... Right. I've got so many of these. I need to sell these. I'm good, other than the fact that I'm overheating. So I'm in a really good mood. Like, life is suspiciously good now. Or rather, I'm just in a very weirdly zen state. But also, I'm just so pissed off at the heat. I've had enough of it. I'm literally like, I had enough of it. It's stupid. Hate summer. It's season of dickheads, honestly. Asshole season. I love summer. Well, God, I'm such a miserable shit. Oh, it's so warm. Fucking awesome. Also, Brookie, for context, basically, I normally have a USB fan here, but it broke. I've had this for like 5 years. I loved that fan, and it broke, and I forgot to buy a new one. Because I got this big tower fan, but I can't have the tower fan on when I'm streaming because it's very loud. And normally these are like noise-cancelling headphones, so I never hear it. It doesn't matter. But obviously, like, you guys would hear it, so... I am suffering for you guys, which is why I've also bought loads of cider, so I distract myself. Because otherwise I'm just going to be pissed off. I'm still going to be pissed off, though. Absolutely. I'm literally... I'm suffering through this so someone can ask Claude to plan them their weekend out, because they're a loser. Ugh, God damn it. I have to sweat my arse off because somebody needs to use AI for everything because they can't Google. God damn it. It's fine. I'll be okay. Oh. Something nuclear winter. Alright, come here, you. Come here, you. I'm hot, though. Good lord, I'm warm. Get over here. Right, okay. Codders, my dear, are you in the way of my hopes and dreams, and more importantly, my buildage? Ah, it's so annoying. Because, like, it will give you the wrong answer. Like, it'll anecdotally give you it'll only give you the correct answer for really simple stuff that you would get from clicking the first result. But any slightly complicated answer, it will give you the wrong answer, and it happens all the time. Like, I'll often, again, because with my job, it's very tech heavy, and sometimes we'll have issues of, like, Marketo syncing with certain platforms, yada, yada, yada. And it will just ruin my search results, because it'll put what is an obvious incorrect answer, and then I have to... And I swear it sort of affects the search results you get as well. Because there are times when I have to, like, really aggressively reword my question or be more specific than would normally be. It's a pain in the bloody ass. Bloody annoying. Yeah, Fluffy, that's genuinely what I do as well, because it does make life a lot easier. Right, I'm not going to fit that in, so what we're going to do, get over here, is we're going to do 3, which would be 6. Yeah, exactly that, except, yeah, it's just that, like, yes, the answer is correct from Reddit anyway, but it doesn't have the intuition that you and I have. Yeah, bloody annoying, basically. It's also very, like, what I find I've mentioned this before, right? Because I work in a tech-focused role, when I use AI, it's for my tech-focused role, and I have to use it. And again, there are some instances where it's really good, like data analysis. I've had it, if I get, like, if I'm getting data from a certain platform that doesn't integrate into other platform, I can add an AI step in between, which sort of tidies up the data. Brilliant, fantastic, cool, grand. But if I ask it something like, okay, let's see if we can drill down this issue, it's fascinating how many basic errors it makes. Like, or like, it'll go on a little tangent of an assumption, and I'm like, literally, you misunderstood everything I just asked you to do. It's fascinating. But it also is dangerous because senior leadership don't have my technical background, so they then take what the AI tells them as gospel, and it turns out it was wrong, and it's just... I have to then explain to them that, yes, Claude told you this, but Claude is fucking stupid. Claude is basically an intern who is very clever with absolutely zero work experience. Yeah, I just don't read the AI generated results anymore. Like, I just ignore them. I treat the AI generated results like you would often treat the sponsored results. You know, when you get a Google result and you'll see sponsored and you just scroll past them. That's what I do. Because otherwise it's just going to be an absolute pain in the ass. It's still a pain in the ass, but at least I have some control over it now. Right, grab that. Yeah, bastard. You bastard. Oh, pardon me. Just choking. Also, like, due to some issues with AI, like, a load of companies have sort of rolled back their integrations with AI. So, like, a load of the tools we were using a week ago don't work now, which is just very funny. Alright, it's fine. I'm just going to move somewhere very cold. Come here, you. Come here. We're building up sanctuary. Ugh. I've used different plants for my background today. For context, everyone knows that... Oh, not everyone knows, but some people don't know. These plants... I did have a plant in my living room for a while. But because my living room's always dark, they just kept dying. Because I just never opened this curtain. So what I do now is, before the stream, this is all the set dressing, this is all fake. But I brought British different plants. And this one right here... please ignore the random burn on this leaf there. I don't know why I did that, considering it's watered very well. This fucker, I ended up chopping the entire thing down. You can possibly see... You see all that there? In the centre? That is the old plant. Because basically, during last winter, the whole thing just shriveled. So I chopped everything down, and now it's grown. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. My pretty calathea. I think this is technically 2 plants now, so I might actually split it up into 2 pots. But it looks very pretty. And I'm very happy with it. Botanical Dylan, it's good, and also well timed with the botanical, considering I was just talking about plants. We're good. I'm just moaning about AI, ruining all of my search results and burning the oceans, which means, god damn it, I didn't store you. God damn it. God damn it, I have to go back now. Oh, it's warm! Just picture the scarf, Davey. Picture it like 2 months from now, I'll be sitting in a pub, I'll have a cardigan on, I'll have my scarf on, it'll be nice and chilly. Yeah, Brookie, that's what I think that's what I need to start doing. Like, last winter I didn't really... I need to be braver when it comes to chopping my plants back. Because, like, some of them I think need to be chopped back. And some of them don't. That one... Oh, I mean, other than the slight burn on one of those leaves, looks really, really healthy. And it's just, yeah, I think that's my next stage in plant care. Right, okay. Doesn't have to be perfect. Andrew, unironically, obviously not with your mod. Obviously, I should. But one of the games I play quite a lot is which the one you watched once, The Long Dark, and I genuinely do just play The Long Dark sometimes just to pretend it's cold. Because otherwise I'm miserable. We're after that one more time, and then we're done, and I've popped the gap over. The cool thing is I know when it gets cold, it's going to be cold from like, I think last time, I think it's like cold from like basically September to April, and it's glorious. But I know I'm also going to complain about the fact it's cold. But I promise I will appreciate it more this time. I'm also definitely buying an aircon unit. I've decided it like global warming and all that jazz has just made it to the point where I have to get one this time. Michael, one sec. You see, well, it's not really an orchid. I've got basically a peace lily, which is a sort of it's orchid adjacent, and yeah, like this fucker, this one here. I forgot to water this for like 2 days because we had a heat wave, so my normal watering schedule was slightly out of whack. So you see it's looking better now, but this morning it's still drooping a little bit, but this morning it was properly drooping. So this is a peace lily. But even though I forgot to water it, if you look here, you can see very important Fallout related content. 1 second. You can see the little white bit at the top, where Sonic Head is. So, no, wrong side of my hand-eye coordination is shit. Where is it? There it is. So I'm actually getting the flower, even though this fucker... Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good. Like, right, I should have just done it this way. That one there. Right there. So that I'm actually going to get... And I haven't had a flower in this thing in absolutely ages, so I'm very, very excited. It is so. This was the first plant I got. Peace lilies are very, very good. And the thing about peace lilies, just spoiler, they just keep shitting out leaves. Like, you have to, like, aggressively trim these things down, or it will just keep spilling out leaves. We do like a good thing. They're good for... I think they're good for the oxygen as well. There, you can see it's, like, slightly drooped. But it's fine now. It's already less droopy. Anyway, back to less important things, non-plant related things. I do want to buy some more plants actually, because a few of them died last year. Because plants die. Like that's one of the bigger things I've learned from my plant daddy journey is that those assholes do just die, and you have to accept it, and not get beat up about it. Although I've got 2 Monstera plants, and one of them has the like biggest aerial root, and I just don't know what to do with it. Let me show you actually. So we're doing plant content now. I'll be back in a sec. Like literally 2 seconds. So this is, and you can probably see it already, this is my Monstera, switch to camera again, let's see, Monstera Thai constellation. It's got the variegated leaves, all the little white bits. This has happened in the last 2 months. I don't know where to put that. It was there like a month ago. It's little... I mean, this means it's good, by the way. This is good. This means it's healthy. But, like, it's also kind of horror movie-esque, because I'm like, well, do I chop you off? No, the answer is no, apparently. But yeah, anyway. It's happy, but also gonna... Basically, you might find me one day on stream, and then just a tentacle will just reach around my neck and murder me, which is going to be that. Also, I need to water that. It's being a bit dry. So the problem is, it's not actually that bendy. I was hoping it would be more bendy. It's not. It's actually a really stiff route. So what I'm planning to do is I'm going to slowly... I'm going to use ties to sort of bend it, but like bend it organically. So just kind of like... Because what you can do with plants, you can't bend them, but if you tie them, it's like growing roots. You can sort of force it to go a different direction. That's what I'm going to have to do. I should have done it sooner, but I didn't think. Hey, Jesse. Because what those roots were meant to do, I wanted it to wrap around the little tube I've got in the centre, but it just wasn't having it. It basically just went straight to the window, which is really bloody annoying. So I was gonna do all of that shit today because there's I got paid yesterday. I had the money and I could have done it earlier the week, but I was like I refuse. I always ban myself from spending money the week before payday just because I can get into bad habits. So I was like, cool. And that thing has sprouted out like that much in the last week. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some like very... I've got these Velcro ties that I've ran out of, so I'm going to get some more that basically have like soft Velcro on one side, which enables me to sort of hold something in a place without damaging the plant. And I'm going to basically just do it like every few days, just start bending it round and like kind of condition it. Because what it'll do is it'll slowly change its direction. But if you just do it like that, you'll snap it. Hey, Hamsley, how you doing, buddy? Come here, you prick. Gorgeous. Ah, lovely, jubbly. Lovels, jubbles. I've got to do loads of plant stuff. I was going to do it today, but it's because it's Brighton Pride, and there are a lot of people in Brighton today. Like, it is insane. I was going to buy a new assortment. I was gonna, fucking millennial as shit. The most millennial thing ever. I was going to buy a new soil mix. I was going to get some like little bits to make the soil a bit more draining, and oh, it's going to be amazing. And I couldn't because there were people celebrating their happiness everywhere. How dare they smile? No, it was good, but also too many people. I noticed, Hamsley, but nice for you to pop back in again. Always welcome, and always nice to see you popping in the streams. I know I did jump to Twitch for a while, which is I know what maybe stopped people from turning in, but turning up rather. But now we're permanently on YouTube, and I'm not doing the Twitch thing again. Thank you. Yeah, the castle looks grand. Yeah, really good. I'm quite happy with it. We're also catching back up with Sanctuary. I think, like, at least for now, I just want to finish boarding up Sanctuary and tidying up again. Oh la 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 la. Now would be a good time to insert ads. One day I'm just going to randomly insert an ad to see what it does. I'm not going to do it today though. Little pop-up. Would you like to insert unskippable ads? No, I don't think I would, to be honest. Seems like a dick move. Exactly, Jesse. How dare they? No, it was actually a really vibey event. I just got massively overstimulated. So like this is the main event is today. And it's heaving in central Brighton. Like, I haven't seen this biddy in ages. And it's grand, but also it is just... If you're like me and you get quite overstimulated, I'm like, right, okay, I'm going to go home now. A load of my friends were doing stuff in Brighton today, and I was like, I was tempted, but I knew I would just be like... My brain would not be able to take it. Right, okay, so we're going to board that bit off. Right. Bosh. Did I store all my pillars? I probably did, didn't I? Oh no, there's one. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, don't sneeze. Do sneeze. In a second. Any moment now. Fuck. Nope, okay, fine. Denied. Yeah, it is a wholesome event. I just can't deal with crowds. I ended up like just going to the pub and reading my book a little bit, but I did wander around because I felt it was like, important to be like, yeah, I did poke my head in. that's annoying. Oh yeah, no, shout out to the gauge. The vibes are good. The vibes are very good. I feel I would enjoy Pride more in like a smaller city. Brighton, given its position in the UK, is just it is just absolutely heaving. It's just so many people. Let's try that again. You're gonna. What's the fucking. Right, I'm gonna have to use the pillars for this one, aren't I? Yes, I am. Boo and dare I say hiss. Do I do the diorama stuff? I have been basically so all the Warhammer stuff. We finished the campaign. I finished a lot of the campaign. So usually what happens with 40k and tabletop in general is you go through like down periods, and we've been in a down period. Like we basically winded down my Trench Crusade campaign in June-ish, maybe May, and most of the campaigns are all looking to start up again in September. So I will be doing some Warhammer content. I was actually planning. Because I need to start getting into the rhythm of like finishing a few projects off before September. So yes, basically I do. I just haven't for a minute. So there's the new edition of Necromunda, which oh my god, I'm so excited for. And also I've got some. There's the new edition for Warhammer 40k, which I've not played, but I met someone the other day who is new to the game, and I said I'd give them an intro game so we can learn together. Yeah, see, Jesse, that seems really nice. I think with Brighton Pride, because people come in from all over, there was like literally like my plan was initially I was going to have a pint in Central, just like read my book, kind of like marinate in the vibes. But all of the pubs were just jam packed, and there were people in the street, which was lovely for them, but also for my intent of like vibing was not great. So I decided to skip it out today. I think, is that interfering with my placement? It's mildly annoying. Alright, it's fine. Also my nose is a bit blocked up. I think I've got something coming. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. I mean, marinate in both the vibes and also the fact that I'm just drenched in sweat. I was gonna I obviously had a shower last night, but I'm gonna shower after the stream. I was gonna shower before the stream, but I was like, no, because I'm just gonna get sweaty again. I know it. So I am definitely marinating right now. The thing is that because I've got the Australia trip in September, and it's just gonna start getting colder in the UK, and I'm living my best life, and then I have to go to fucking Brisbane. And sweat my arse off again, and I'm like, God damn it. It's right. I need to. You know what I've never done? I've never gone on holiday. Actually, that's a lie. No, I have gone on. I've never gone on holiday with somewhere which is very cold, a specifically cold country. I've never done it, but I actually lie. I've done it once, which is when I went to Lithuania. But I need to do more trips like that. I need to go to somewhere really snowy, and just vibe in the snow. Next year for my birthday, for my 40th, I'm going to go something like Iceland or Norway or something. Oh, Jesse, congratulations. Ah, very cool. Very, very cool. What kind of, I'm assuming you mean record as in music? What kind of music is it? Ah, very cool in the books as well. If you like the more Lovecraftian cosmic horror, a light most... Where is it? Is it over here? A light most helpful. Also, slightly more... I don't say cosmic horror, but it is a bit Lovecraftian. Caitlin Starling's The Starving Saints. That's really good. It's almost Dark Souls-y, actually. But I think it does edge a little bit into cosmic horror because it's about like angels and gods and things. And then what was the other one, which is very cosmic horror? Wait there. Where is it? Because we like recommending books in this house, A Light Most Hateful by Hailey Piper is really good as well. That one is very cosmic horror-y. Fingers crossed, Andrew, because otherwise I will be... I'm just going to blame you. To be honest, it's all Andrew's fault. No worries, Jesse. Yeah, like, Hailey Piper also does a really cool... Like, some of these books are horror, but also cosmic-ish horror or cosmic... The thing is, getting a full cosmic horror experience, some of them are, like, adjacent, but not fully. Is it Ada Hoffman's? Sorry, we're talking about books, everyone, and I when I hear some... I have to recommend books. One second. I'm going to quickly grab them. A couple of books. Come on, sorry. I actually haven't read the latest book, but Ada Hoffman's The Outside is also really good, and this entire series. This is a series where it's a sci-fi series where the gods are real and they're giant sentient computers. Like super powerful, and they have like their own angels, which are sort of cyborg, semi-magical beings. It follows the kind of very Cthulhu or cosmic horror sense, because there's also like an abstract entity and reality that exists. It's like if you just mushed like weird SCP Foundation stuff in with like heavy sci-fi. Very cool. Super depressing though, but in a good way. Yeah, Andrew, again, I didn't choose it. It's my bloody company and being very unimaginative with their places. You know what I mean? It's, you know, your typical corporate outing kind of area by the sounds of it. I like the company I work for, but they don't have the best choices of locations for their work gathering by the sounds of it. When I started, I didn't go, thankfully, because it was like literally the second week, but the last gathering they did was in Dubai. And I started the job, and I'm like, oh, we're going to Dubai in 2 weeks. Or it was like I think it was about a month after I started. They're like, oh, you're going to come to Dubai? And I just made an excuse, because fuck off, am I ever going to Dubai? Absolutely not. Oh, okay, alright, yeah. Maybe not my kind of genre, but, to be fair, I don't know what kind of my genre of music is. To be fair, I'm getting old. I think I've listened to I feel like Taking Back Sunday and The Used are like the generation, like that little younger millennial generation, I guess. I think maybe that was something I missed. But nice, very cool. I miss playing music. I used to play bass when I was younger, but I am very prone to about 1 million different hobbies, and I had to just drop them because otherwise I'm just gonna never get anything done. Alright, come here, you. I am sweaty. I am very warm. So I'd remind you all of that. Oh yeah, also, what's it? That Hailey Piper book I just showed you, she has another book called... Can't remember, but it's another book she has. The cover's blue. It's the blue one, which is also really good. The blue one. Oh, that's very cool. No, nice. Very, very nice, Jesse. Ah, I'm always jealous of people who can make music. Envious. Admirable. I have deep admiration for people who are musical. I feel I could have been musical, but I have to pick my battles. Because otherwise, I'm just gonna not do anything. Your cat is a menace. That happens to Darth all the time. Darth Xeon, he has a cat that likes to sleep on his desk when he's trying to work. So Kylie, hey, I used to watch Neighbours back in the day, yeah? Massive Kylie Minogue fan, obviously. The blue one. One second, I'm actually going to check what it's called. I think it's not The Other Side. That's another one. Ada Hoffman. No, it's not Ada Hoffman. Haley Piper. No, it's a really good book. Haley Piper. What is the book called? Books. It's because it's actually probably better than that one. It's called No Gods for Drowning by Haley Piper. That is really good, and it's similar-ish, has a little bit of cosmic horror to it. It's probably better than I feel like Most Hateful is more overtly cosmic horror. This one is more like, again, gods are real, and they're back, but they're not. Another one... One second, because I love recommending books. Tchaikovsky... Adrian Tchaikovsky... If I can spell his name. Is it called The Other Side? Or is it... Puta, 1 second. Adrian Tchaikovsky has a really good book, which is cosmic horror as well. Let's find it together. Oh, thank you, AI Summary, for just removing the bloody... God damn it. There's one more book I'm going to recommend. For fuck's sake, where is it? Where is it? It's by Adrian Tchaikovsky. It's one of his standalone novels, and it's awesome. Thank you, Pop-Up, for that. I'm going to find it together, because I've forgotten the name of it, and it's really good. Nope. Oh, that really annoys me. So another one. Jesse, get your pen down. Adrian Tchaikovsky, The Doors of Eden. Fucking brilliant. Again, cosmic horror books are a little bit, how much they qualify, but this one is really good as well. There we go. Adrian Tchaikovsky, The Doors of Eden. Oh my god, so good. Hey, Mart. Andrew, there's definitely Kylie playing somewhere. There's probably Kylie playing right now, as we're talking. Very good, very good. Let me know what you think. I think I haven't finished. So the Ada Hoffman ones are amazing. They can be a little bit depressing because she really likes to lean on a bit of the trauma of the protagonist. And I haven't read her latest one. There might have been another one actually I haven't read, so I need to catch up on her books. Currently, I'm reading because we're talking about books. Where's my bag? My bag's over here. Because if you guys hadn't gathered already, your boy No Respawns loves his books. So I just finished literally yesterday A Beast Slinks Towards Beijing, which is basically a kind of folk horror, but honestly it's mostly about Chinese trauma, specifically family trauma and also trauma, justifiably so, from the Japanese occupation. And it's one of the most brutal books I've ever read. Horrendously brutal, but an amazing book. It's one of those books that's very good, but also deeply unpleasant. Normally I have a pint often when I'm reading. This one I had to have a pint for sections, because I was like, I cannot finish this without alcohol. And then the book I've just started reading, technically I haven't just started reading it, I started reading it before that one, got 20 pages in and was like, oh, I've heard about this book, I need to read this. But I'm picking up now, it's really good, which is Shroud by Adrian Tchaikovsky. Oh, was she? Damn it, Andrew. Damn it, I missed it. I missed Kylie. Monsters in the Archives. I've not read that one. Oh, nice. Oh, really? Oh, nice. Yeah, Shroud is good. I like Adrian Chekhovsky's standalone novels. I've been reading quite a lot of them, actually. I read Cage of Souls last year, which is probably the best book I read last year. And then I just read his other book. So I read Alien Clay, which is over... I need to sort my books out. I've realised my bookshelf is really messy. Anyway, I read a lot. David reads a lot. He does. I'm about 30 pages into Shroud. Good lord, it's so warm. Sorry to go back to complaining about the heat again, but fuck this noise. This is awful. This sucks, man. Right, I've got 1, 2... Cardsworth. Can you not get in the way? Maybe get a job? Hey, at least that keeps them safe. I think my problem is I've got limited bookshelf space, so what I've started doing is piling them on top of books in bookshelf, which I must admit has a certain aesthetic, but at some point I am just gonna have to buy a second book, not a second, I've got like 4 of them, a new bookshelf rather. I have quite a few bookshelves. I have quite a few bookshelves. I have this little one here, which this little one Itchy hasn't filled. It's only like a few books at the top there, but I use this bookshelf for stuff. This is my stuff bookshelf. But then I've got 2 other bookshelves in the living room, which are full of books, and then I've got books sort of stacked around all over the place. So, which again is very good aesthetic. Don't get me wrong, but also I need to buy a 3rd bookshelf or a 4th bookshelf, or how many I have. Right, I don't need to glitch this, which is nice. Tim, that is such like cliche college student. I love it. You need to do the whole, concrete blocks and boards thing that they did in every single American college movie in the 90s and early 2000s. So what am I turning this sanctuary house into? This is just a generic sanctuary house, to be fair. I'm just preparing the walls. So it's going to look similar to my others in many ways. So, like, it'll look similar-ish to this one. It'll just be a repaired health. We'll build something on top. It'll be a living quarters. I'm finally just sitting down and just boarding them up because I keep putting it off. See, the records thing is weird for me because, like, so for context, I've done the thing that a lot of millennials have done, which is I basically only listen to music from my teenage years and my early 20s, and that's it. But I do periodically listen to a little bit of newer music now and then. And I've always liked the idea of, like, buying physical media again, and, like, records or maybe getting CDs is something I'd like to do. But again, my problem is I like to do a lot of things. I end up doing, like, 1/5 of them. Iconic. Oh, cassettes are nice. One of my friends is in a pretty popular band in the UK, and they released one of their albums as a cassette tape. I've listened to the album, but like not on the cassette tape because I don't have a player. But yeah, no. There's something deeply satisfying about a cassette tape. I've got like on cassette, but a cassette adjacent VHSs, and I've got some. Are they down here? Oh, they're not down here. Okay. But I've got some, like, they're somewhere. I think they're in the cupboard. I've got some, like, old VHS tapes from when I was younger, and I need to get, like, a VHS player at some point. Right, can I get this one in, or do I need to put an extra rug in that one? I need to have 2 rugs. 2 rugs! Ah, Brookie, lovely. Yeah, so, like, I really want to start a CD collection again. Because I used to have CDs and DVDs. I'd love to do that. Because I basically, like, culled a lot of my physical media when I lived in London because I just didn't have the space for them. Whereas now I'm an adult with, you know, I've got space, basically. So I'm like, well, I kind of want all of the old shit again. And it's quite fun to buy it back. Can I? Totally can. Bosh. It's quite satisfying to sort of hunt that stuff down again. The only thing is a couple of my more niche albums are quite hard to find. Like, I have to get them on the internet. Yeah, I use charity shops for books as well. There's a few of my older books which I've just misplaced over the years. Especially my older gothy books, and my Terry Pratchett books. I've been buying those. I just need 2 now, don't I? Yeah. It's amazing how nice these look when you actually board them up. Like, they do feel more secure. Yeah, it's a good shout with the more physical media. Hammer, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm good. We're just talking about physical media, and I'm periodically complaining about the heat, as is tradition, as the gods intended. And Codsworth is doing fuck all. Hatsune Miku. Did anyone, just on the random Hatsune Miku thing, did anybody, one of my favourite memes from the World Cup was the random thing where it was like, whoever wins the World Cup gets to have custody of Hatsune Miku, and it was really funny. There were so many good memes. My favourite ones were when Britain beat Norway, and then, like, it was... like, Hatsune Miku had to be British, and there were loads of British women doing, like, a chav version of Hatsune Miku. It was amazing. Oh my god, so patriotic. Ah, bloody hell, Hammer. Yeah, that would suck. I mean, it's like 24 degrees, so it's probably like, what, 70 something, and I'm not happy at all. I don't understand Japanese. I just know Hatsune Miku because she's that singer. Unless it did auto-translate for you. It might have auto-translated. I have no idea if maybe YouTube just auto-translated. I don't understand Japanese, just to be clear. Is Haaland better than Kane? He's younger, would be what I'd say. Yeah, Norway I think are going to be... Well, the thing is, Norway are going to be a powerhouse for a while, but I'm curious what happens in 10 years when Haaland retires. Yeah, I think 80 Fahrenheit, that's about 30 degrees in Celsius. So yeah, that sucks. Actually, I'll even check right now. I think, like... Let me check right now. Let's say Brighton weather. Brighton weather. So currently it's 19 degrees, which is in Fahrenheit. Can I not fucking change it? Oh, okay. So it's actually 67, which is, again, my family from the north. I don't like the heat at all. So I think 30s is around the 80s. I think with Hammer it must be close to late 30s, 40 something. Paris is that hot. Yeah, Michael, absolutely fucking not. I would die. I would just, yeah. Also, it's dark, I didn't realise. Ah, mate, I've had enough of it. I just give me, every month should be November. All months should be November going forward. Honestly, the problem is it's like cooler outside than indoors. Like, my flat just gets baking. It just, like, the heat I keep waking up sweaty, and, like, again, because I've got my long hair now, and this is the longest my hair's ever been. Last summer, my hair was, like, up to here or something, roughly. I think roughly about there. So during the heat wave, my hair was, like, here. So it would just hang just above my neck, so I wouldn't get... It wouldn't get wet. Whereas now my hair goes down to my back. the back of my hair here, and especially my neck, just gets sweaty and wet. It's disgusting. Yeah, like, I enjoyed that. With that World Cup, it took me a while to really get into it. It was a really weird one because, like, obviously, I think it was overshadowed by the overt Americanization of it. There were some American bits which I think really nice. I thought the American fans were quite nice. And they seemed to really get into it, which was grand. But also, like, the more, like, overtly commercial side. And then, oh my god, the American, like, it wasn't the American team cheating, but, like, effectively the Orange Man and Infantino basically just overturning a red card ban, which is awful. And then just, like, effectively just cheating, and then them getting battered 4-1 by Belgium, which was very funny. And then everyone just rooting for Argentina. I don't think any other country has lost more reputation than Argentina. I was I was firmly in the Messi versus Ronaldo camp, and I was firmly on the Messi side. But honestly, fuck both of them. Andrew, I've started doing that a little bit. In the morning when I wake up, the first thing I do is put a hairband on, because otherwise my hair's just never going to dry. It's a pain in the ass. I'm looking forward to the Euros, though. That's going to be so good. Oh, because that's going to be in Britain, and none of that halftime show bullshit, which will be nice. There were some funny scenes from the World Cup, though. Because there's a little bit of, like, culture clash. I feel like with, on the American side, it is a bit more family, like, friendly in many ways, their sports. And so there were a few instances where, like, British fan. There was a really funny scene where, like, they were starting a Mexican wave during one of the games, and, like, it got to the British cohort of fans, and the British people just were not doing it. Like, all the Americans were like, "Yay!" standing up, and then the British people were like, "No, we're not doing that." Hilarious. No fun allowed. Oh yeah. They suspended the red card. It was like full on. Again, just to be clear, I thought the American team did quite well. The US team specifically did quite well during the World Cup, and so I do feel bad for the player. I can't remember his name, because, like, he obviously didn't ask for it. But it was like the most blatant corruption ever. So, like, when Belgium absolutely battered them 4-1. I'm sorry, I felt bad, but it was so good. It was one of the, like, most cathartic elements of the World Cup so far. And for those who don't follow football news, Infantino might be getting ousted soon, because he done goofed pretty badly. Balogun, really? Ex-Arsenal. Was not paying attention there. God damn it. Fuck's sake. I forgot his name completely. Putain. True, but it was, like, it was probably the most egregious corruption I've seen. Ah, brilliant. Grand. Okay, cool. So I can just pop that in there. Damn it, that was now too far forward. Let me just put that one back. That was not the one I wanted. Let's just grab both of them now. Alright, fuck it, we'll do it that way. But now we're just interested in the transfer news. There is a small chance, and I'm not going to trust it until I see a literal picture of him on the Arsenal on the Arsenal social media, that Vinicius Jr. might sign for us. If it does, oh my god, it's going to be hilarious. Oh, they weren't just wasting the time. Belgium, sorry for the football chat, everyone, by the way, we'll stop in a sec. But the Argentinian team were just flat out cheating. And, like, oh my god. And then, like, the Spain game was even worse. Oh my good lord. Like, Messi trying to get Cucurella sent off. What a fucking little rat, honestly. What a rat. Anyway, none of that. Let's talk about Fallout. Are we all excited for the remasters? I am. I need them in my soul. I yearn for them. Football. So basically for context, I've been an Arsenal fan since about... I got into it quite late. I'm 39, and I got into it around 31. So, like, and also, there are times when I have dropped off a little bit. For the last about 5 years, I've been pretty on it. I've been a member for quite a while now. I've gone to quite a lot of games. I do try and... I was looking actually earlier, I need to get some games to the next... I wouldn't mind to get a pre-season game, but I'm probably a bit too late for it now. God damn, I want to put... Right, I'm just going to block that off with a table or something, because otherwise it's going to be a bit... Ah, missed that one. Can that do a normal... Yes, that should just be a normal one. I mean, that's almost certainly not... Like, they might have some deals. Well, think about it this way. Are there microtransactions in Oblivion? No. I don't think... I highly suspect they won't because of the convention. Like, there might be some DLC and some small bits, but generally it won't have the same level of... Because Fallout 76 is exclusive. Like, it is a live service game similar to Oblivion. Not Oblivion, Elder Scrolls Online. Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas remakes aren't that, so I sincerely doubt they will do that. Yeah, like, I would be extremely surprised if there was any natively supported modding element without you having to, like, I suspect they'll both be done in the Unreal Engine, which I think you can mod Unreal games, but it's, like, usually PC only, and is a little bit more of an involved process. Oh, that looks lovely. Oh, it's warm, man. It's fucking so hot. Right, okay, let's do a big main save. Ugh. I mean, ultimately the Obsidian Fallout, yeah, 100%. Because I feel like the Obsidian Fallout will definitely, like, it's definitely going to have building. Of what I gather, I think it is actually using the same engine. I'm excited for 3 and New Vegas because they're going to be amazing for streaming. And I'm just going to enjoy the entire experience. Like, I feel like Fallout 3 especially hasn't aged very well. I remember streaming it a couple of years ago, and I was just, like, very overtly aware of how clunky it felt. Whereas I feel like New Vegas probably is one of the games you can sort of stream, and it still feels like it's paced a lot better, and just the slight adjustments to the gameplay really hold up. I feel like, yeah, probably Fallout 3 is the one I'm most excited about. But, like, obviously the new game is, yeah, going to be grand. Yeah, like, this is why I'm kind of weirdly glad that I'm not very close to... Because I used to be really close to Bethesda, the company. Like, I used to... But they did fire most of their community managers, but I used to go to all their events, and, like, I sort of fell out with them a little bit. And I'm kind of glad I did, because I think I would have felt... I've always felt a little bit uncomfortable when... I'm going to say this diplomatically. When other creators have been sycophants for Bethesda... bothers me a little bit. And yeah, their treatment with their staff, or like more Xbox Bethesda treatment of their staff has been just atrocious. And yeah, ugh, ick, basically. It's like the worst kind of, like, just cynical corporate nonsense. And I say this as someone who works in a very corporate environment and therefore sees that every day. Oh yeah, if you haven't played the DLCs, they're so good. I think probably New Vegas definitely wins for the DLCs. Although I always stand by the fact that Honest Hearts, though, is a very good DLC, especially with the Burned Man. It's deeply problematic in its presentation of native people. But Eddie is one of my favourite companions as well, which is really nice. Yeah, Michael, exactly that. Like, it's a weird one. I must admit, there are times, and I don't blame people because I do all the time, where I just sort of mentally clock out of some of the drama, and I'm like, look, I just want to play my game. It's like a difficult thing. Like, I'll give you an example, right? So I've never played Cyberpunk before, and the reason being is because when the game was in development, the treatment of their staff, and specifically as well, that combined with just how rabid and apologetic for it their fans were, like, massively put me off the game. And it's been sort of one of those weird principled things where I'm like, I just refuse to play. Even though I play other games, like I'm playing GTA, right, and Rockstar are notoriously bad, it was like, it's become a little bit of like a principled stance for me, even though I know I would absolutely love it. So yeah. It's weird. Yeah. Tim, I remember live streaming it, and I was just like, wow. that just, it was like one of those things. It reminded me of like kind of early 90s cowboy related series, which were just like, you know, cowboys and Indians, that kind of stuff, and obviously not Indians, Native American. And it's just like, yeah, and they went full that, except they went full that, and I think like 2011, so it wasn't as it didn't have the same. Not that they had an excuse, but it didn't actually have the same, you know, time-based excuse, I guess. Rule is a really good character. I do feel like Fallout 4 really nailed the player characters and the companions way more. I'll be honest, like, when I was playing Fallout 3, I never had any of the companions at all. Like, I just never had them with me. Alright, Jesse, flexing with your music and your homemade bread. Honestly, it's a bit rude, actually. Didn't even offer to share. Enjoy. I was saying, actually, Fallout 4 did nail the companions, except for Strong, who is terrible, and Kate, who is annoying, and not Irish at all. Oh. Thank you, Jesse. I fucking hate Kate. She's shit. Kate is what an American who has only read about Ireland thinks an Irish person is like. Except she's voiced by a Scottish lady. She's such a bad character. It's unbelievably bad. Cass is a good character. Eddie is one of my favourite characters, actually, in New Vegas. He's my favourite robot, to the point where I was, like, genuinely upset that there wasn't a iBot, like, an official iBot companion in Fallout 4. Yeah, Kate's just rude. Like, she's rude to Dogmeat, which just had me, but also, like, I'm not an Irish person, but people doing bad Irish accent deeply annoys me. I like, oh my god, it's so bad. It's such a bad accent. Then it's appropriate for, hey, I like to think, like, because the thing is, though, obviously, you know, we do dunk occasionally on Americans who say they're from Ireland, but they at least have a Bostonian accent and just say they're Irish. This is meant to be someone with an Irish accent who is actually from Ireland, but she sounds like me pretending I'm a leprechaun. Like, it's so bad. Oh my god. I go on tangents about Kate. She's also just deeply unlikable. I've done her quest once before. It's all very nice. You get to get her off the drugs, yada yada yada. But she's a bellend, basically. That is so shit. But there are some people who really like Kate, and I'm like, what's wrong with you? Obviously, you know, each to their own. You're wrong. Oh, she's so bad. Yeah, literally. She sounds like, you know when, like, The Simpsons does, like, a leprechaun character? She sounds like that, but an even worse impression. Oh, gosh, she's so bad. This is not a Kate safe space, just to be clear, if you thought it was. This is... So there are some characters which are arseholes. Like, for example, MacReady is a bit of a dickhead, but he's quite an interesting character. The synth one is, okay, a dickhead and also boring. Though, to be fair, Strong is still worse than Kate. I would happily kick Kate over Strong, because Strong is just the biggest disappointment ever. And I think this is where... And again, look, I do respect the fact that Bethesda wanted to try something different with Strong, in the fact that they wanted a more, like, traditionally super mutant companion. But he is so boring. Oh, yeah, I mean, Nick is just goals. Oh, you prick. Up you go. Thank you. Lovely jubbly. Oh yeah, Nick is probably one of the best Fallout companions ever. I think Nick and Hancock, but even though the meme with me is that Hancock is my favorite companion, Nick is categorically the best companion. Like, one of the best companions that we've done. I actually can't think of a better companion. Serana in, like, Nick is on par with Serana in Elder Scrolls. Like, he is one of the best companions they've done. And even before you got even before the Far Harbor DLC, which obviously fleshes out Nick loads, he's still one of the best companions ever. Again, this is why I get really annoyed with Dance. So, like, Dance, for example, is like quite a thirst trap companion. Like, a lot of women especially really like Dance. But his comments towards Nick just make me so angry that I'm just like, how fucking dare. I haven't actually rescued Nick on the save, by the way. We haven't even gone to his agency yet. Right, okay, so we've done all the walls, by the way, and we've done all of the... This has been a productive hour and 40 minutes. Okay, Martz. Oh, yeah, Martz, because I'm very blind and your icon is very small. I didn't notice that, but now I see it. Oh, yeah, I can see the hat. No, okay, so I like Piper quite a lot. Piper is very Zoe Deschanel, which, you know, she's a very manic pixie dream girl, but she's a well-done manic pixie dream girl. So I do like Piper. Like, I've got Piper with me right now. I do like Piper. I've realised in the last year that I don't like Deacon very much. And I thought I used to really like Deacon. I find him really annoying. And I will stand by this, Preston gets way too much hate. Preston is probably the most realistic character they've done. And some of his interactions with certain events is really, really good. It's just the another settlement needs your help thing did that man so dirty, which is a shame. And again, it's not that I don't... Okay, so the Deacon slander, right? And again, I say this as someone who's got a railroad tattoo, yeah? Permanently etched into my flesh, which looks bendy just because I'm trying to bend it. It's actually straight. It's just that his cryptic edgelordness gets on my nerves. Like, it's like, you just have enough of it. His comments are quite good. He's also just a bit of a pretentious prick. He's like, you know, we were talking about books earlier, and he's like, oh, I'm going to read Proust. And it's like, fuck off, are you going to read Proust? I'm going to read some trashy sci-fi, dickhead. Yeah, exactly. Let's give Preston some love. Again, I don't dislike Deacon. I just find him a bit annoying. I find him grating. Also, Codsworth. Codsworth is probably the sweetest companion. But I feel with Codsworth, he's lit down a little bit by he is just a Mr. Handy in many ways. Like, you've met a million Codsworth. Hey, Laura. Welcome, welcome. Deacon is just an Atom Cat reject. Correct, Hamsley. Honestly, yeah, smashed it. Yeah, he's just. I think what it was is like in. Have I done it this? Have I in this one? In the most recent quest we're doing with him, I just kept finding his quest just really annoying. Have I done it on this one yet? Also, I don't think on this save at all I've done it. Oh yeah, because I had to restart, didn't I? Oh yeah. I've literally never done any of Longfellow's quests ever. I think what happened is I recruited him in my first ever run when like the DLC dropped, and I put him as a provisioner, and he got stuck. He got stuck in between Far Harbor and the Commonwealth, so I just never saw him again. So I just never ended up questing with him. So I've never done any of his companion quests, never really had any dialogue with him, and Gage as well. Okay, so Curie would be fine if you couldn't romance her. Curie's romance is so deeply problematic because she is a child. She's not a child, but she's that kind of naive, precious waifu who you're meant to save, and it's deeply creepy. Maybe it's my age showing. If you've ever played Baldur's Gate 2, there's a character called Aerith, and has the same thing where, okay, she's an elf, so she's quite old, but she's also a child, and the fact you can romance her, really creepy. Yeah, Curie is your granddaughter. Sorry, yeah, but yeah, no. Like, the Curie thing is like, also with Curie, she'd be way more interesting if you keep her as a nanny, Miss Nanny. But yeah, no, it's deeply creepy because she's a child. Like, she's like categorically a child. There's a rug somewhere. I can see it. Where is it? Fucker. There you are. So the whole thing, which is a shame because I quite like her. Basically what I'll do is I usually build her an apartment and let her live in Sanctuary. But yeah, no. Yeah, exactly. It feels like, you know. It feels like when you've got a mate who's in his, like, late 30s, early 40s, and he's very obviously checking out women in their, you know, mid-teens, and you're like, don't know if I want to hang around with you anymore, mate, to be honest, brother. Or maybe I overthink it too much, who knows. I have to overthink it. This is something you've been doing for 10 years. What are any companions we've forgotten? There's always a couple of companions, Fuck. Ada. Ada's got quite a nice story, actually, but whenever I finish her quest, I just dump her somewhere because she's really annoying. Oh, that's a good shout with Curie in the clinic. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like I feel as if... Yeah, agreed. It's I always there's another character in what's the fucking in Wrath of Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Pathfinder, and there's a character, let me find her name, companions, whose name I've forgotten because I haven't played it in a minute. I haven't actually technically finished it, Okay, so the character in Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, this is the company, by the way, who's done Owlcat, who do the Rogue Trader game, and she's called Arushale. Now, technically, she's not young. She's basically a, like, reformed succubus, but it occupies, for me, the same space as Curie, whereas, like, Curie feels, like, predatory. This also feels predatory for a different reason, because she's basically an addict, and you sleeping with her is basically you because she's an ex-succubus who's trying to stop training people. And it's I always wonder, there's a few like characters in game that if I find out you've romanced them, I get really like weirded out by it. Oh no, I like Arcade Ganon. Sorry, no, I like Arcade Ganon. I like Arcade a lot, actually. This is Arcade Ganon defense here. I actually, when my last playthrough, I had him... Sorry, Jesse. Blocked. I quite like Arcade. I find him more interesting. I like the fact that he's clever, but not pretentious about it. Well, maybe he's a bit pretentious, actually. I respect it. I respect it, Jesse. I understand that there are some times that, you know, we just can't agree and we have to go our separate ways. Yeah, he's pretentious, but in, like, a just likable way where it's not annoying. You know, the fact that he's such a nice guy makes up for the fact that he's maybe a bit of a tool at times. Right, what are we doing? I'm getting distracted. I'm sweating is what I'm doing. Right, I'm going to drink more cider. You meant to drink the cider, not breathe it in. Into a drip. Oof. Again, so Cletus, don't get me wrong, I used to work with French people, and I say this as an English person, the French accent is kind of nice. It's just how she's presented is, like, concerning. But she does make quite a nice companion, and her comments about stuff are quite good as well. Exactly, we can all have a little bit of pretension as a treat. I'll be honest, Arcade might actually be the companion I like the most. Arcade and Rule. I feel like Cassandra... Is it Cassandra? I just... A melee companion always puts me off. I'll be honest, I haven't had much experience with Cass, which is annoying because she sounds like the most interesting. I think I've only done her quest once. Eddie is obviously the best companion in the game because he's adorable. And Boone is good, but... Boone is basically like every 2000s action movie protagonist. You mean Lily. I've put this way, the worst of the worst companion star Paladin Cross. I didn't realise you could have that person as a companion. So there we go. Oh, Veronica. Yeah, not Cassandra. Sorry, yeah. Veronica. Veronica was who I was thinking about. I always get... Again, Veronica is one of those ones I do her quests and I just leave her. I dump her off somewhere. Like, if you ever, like, were playing games in the early 2000s and, like, late 90s, Boone is just every action hero. You know what I mean? It's like, it's a very specific archetype, which, look, when it works, it does work, and it does work for Boone, but it's also been done a lot. Right, I actually am just not doing anything. Right, let's do the water purifier area if I can do it. You redeemed yourself. Good. Thank you. A bit low on wood, but we're just going to do the water purifier area. God, I'm so sweaty. Oh, I've got crisps. I keep forgetting I've got crisps. Oh. Again, I like Boone, to be honest. He's such a... Also with Boone, he's just really fucking powerful. Like, man is a murderer. A cold-blooded, a cold stone killer, so it's awesome, but he's a bit of an edgelord. Right, okay. I can't remember I did this, we're going to do a bit different. I haven't played Fallout 2 in ages. I've completed Fallout 1, I've never actually completed Fallout 2. Jesse. Yeah. Boone absolutely posts memes on Facebook of how loyal he is and how you're lucky he's so loyal. You know what I mean? He would be the absolute worst person if the world hadn't ended. Oh yeah, Tim. Yeah, exactly. Boone, you fucking edgelordy prick. Right, okay. I feel like I don't know if I'd want a remake. I wouldn't mind maybe like a remaster of it, so like keep. Yeah, like remaking Fallout 2 would be an odd one. But I wouldn't say no to maybe like a HD remaster kind of thing that just kind of ups the textures a little bit, makes the resolution a little bit better, maybe does some subtle tweaks with the gameplay, but other than that, leave it alone. Because sometimes it's quite nice playing like that. You finally found the Yangtze. I haven't gone to see the Yangtze in bloody ages. It's one of those ones I always forget. It's easy to miss, but it's also just easy to forget exists. He is silly. The Dead Money DLC in New Vegas is one of my favourite DLCs, and the temporary companions you get on that are some of the best companions ever. Like, I still think Nick is obviously one of the best companions, but, like, in terms of just... I can't remember what the ghoul is called, to be honest. But specifically God and Dog are just, oh my god, so good. Like, I think that's why I was so pissed off at Strong, because I remember I just finished doing a rerun of New Vegas, and I play Fallout 4, and we have these amazing, interesting super mutants in Fallout New Vegas, and then we just have Strong, and it's just like, brother, are you serious? Like, are you actually for real? No, no judgment at all. I said, like, I've never played it, but if you want more Fallout. PC War Machine, I mean, to give you an idea, I'm playing this game and I'm playing Project Zomboid earlier today. So I am literally just replaying the same games over and over again. Right. I need more wood again, I think. Yeah, is it Cara? Dean Domino, that's the one. Yeah, Dean Domino. And I can't remember the lady's name as well. Right, I need more wood. Yeah, Dean was such a well-written character. And what was, again, because my brain is terrible, what's the lady called, the mute one? Veronica's lady girlfriend. Because my brain is terrible. Right, let's get some more wood. Let's get some water. I've been very productive today. Right. Oh, got loads of purified water. Christine, that's the one. Yeah. Thank you. See, I don't need to think. I don't need AI. I just ask you guys. Christine. What I liked about Christine is it's just her relationship. Christine's relationship and how she fits on, like, Father Elijah, and also Veronica as well, and how she fits into the wider ongoing story in New Vegas is really good. Dead Money's such a good DLC. Oh, so good. So goddamn good. Wrong settlement. Up to the castle to get some more water. castle looks great, but my lord, I need to do some more building in it. It's so good. Some people hate it because it's quite depressing, and it is. But it's so good. The writing is so... It's just... The DLC that I've decided that I've started not liking as much is actually the big empty one. I can't remember the official name of it. The one where you're in with the scientists with their brains and the robots. That one I don't like as much anymore because I just find though the dialogue is brilliant, the actual gameplay is just really draining.
Remember, I don't serve sense. So
Sure. Let's take a look.
Andrew, you're entirely correct. I was going to have a video up maybe Friday or yesterday, but because the new update for Project Zomboid dropped, I was like, I have to play this, because I want to make a video next week, and I haven't played Build 42 yet, so I have to sort of catch up and learn some things. Old Word Blues, thank you. Again, I don't need AI. I've got you guys. It's fine. I haven't used that steel at all yet. Jesse, there's also ways where you can actually just take all of the gold. There's so many glitches to get the gold through. I think you can kill Elijah, put the gold in his corpse, and sort of throw his corpse through the door or something, and then grab it as you're leaving. So you absolutely don't have to let go of it at all. Alright. Got some food stuck in my tooth. There you go. Where's my wood? The Voltep Wreck absolutely can die. The first time he ever died for me was in the Slog. Because the Slog always gets attacked, he would constantly get attacked, and I just found him dead one time. Made me really sad. Right, I'm going to quickly go to the loo. Sorry, I've had a cider and a half. So I have broken the seal. I will be extremely fast. BRB. I have returned. Oh, I knocked my fan over as well. I need to get a new desk. This chair, right, is one of those cheap £30-40 ones, and I need to buy a new one because I spend so much time sitting in it, and like it leans slightly to this way because one of the screws is like came out on that side. Yeah, basically, I need to get my shit together. Is Big John still at the Slog? Hamsley, I've got some terrible news, my brother, because you haven't joined for a while. So I actually had to restart my PlayStation. Basically, so my PlayStation version crashed, so I've actually moved over to Xbox, but what I did is I loaded like an old save, so it was like roughly the same. But on this version, we haven't unlocked the Slog yet. So Big John, unfortunately, will come back, but he's not here yet.
Hey.
PT Warmachine, the thing is like, yes, it's one of the things, because I'm not a big fan of AI too. It's one of the things, I hate AI, but I have to always, thank you, Piper, I have to be on the side of the synths every time. Oh, laggins, oh, bit laggins. Aslam's Junk Wall God is absolutely goated. It's very good. It does sometimes crash a lot for me though, so I have to be a bit careful when opening the menu. Oh, I'm glad I bought the ciders. It's been an age since I've had ciders on stream. Actually, this is quite chill. He will. That's the thing. I have to redo this. Damn it. I've restarted Fallout 4 so many times. It's ridiculous. Right, so how did we do this before? Does anyone remember? Nope. Alright, we'll make it up as we go along. He's not as good as... Do we have... Does this one have... Colin? Do I have Colin on this one? I think I did. I should have Colin knocking around somewhere. Or is he? Colin the Ghoul. I haven't seen him in ages, actually. Is Colin dead? I bet you Colin's dead. Let's have a hunt for Colin. I haven't seen Colin in absolutely ages. I haven't seen Colin in a suspiciously long time, actually. Where's Colin? Colin! I've never done the Nuka World Bandit stuff, and again, I'm well aware I'm missing out because by the sounds of it, it's like I do the thing that a lot of people do, which is I do just before you have to attack the Commonwealth, and then I betray them. But I think Colin might have disappeared. Everyone, I haven't seen him in ages. You would have seen him wander around by now. Let's have a butcher's, but I've not seen him in an absolute age. He was definitely here. Because I remember him being when I first started the run. For anyone who don't know, Colin is my pet charred ghoul. But I haven't seen him in ages. He went to a farm. Just like all of my old pets. He's in New Hampshire. I think he may have because I had that thing where one of the provisioners disappeared as well, so I'm wondering if Colin disappeared. Yeah, because we would have seen him by now, and I definitely had him when I first started. Sad face. Colin? Also, for those who don't know, the reason why I call him Colin is the name of the dog from Spaced, because I'm an incredibly basic millennial twat. Right, we'll put another Colin down in a sec. Or not another Colin. We will bring Colin from the farm up north. It's definitely the same Colin. And it'll be grand. The load times are really long now. I mean, it is for me because I've got loads of mods, so I've built loads of shit everywhere. So it's not just you. Everything's a little bit shit at times. Right, okay. My game doesn't crash. It usually crashes once per stream. It hasn't crashed during the stream yet. Extremely famous last words. I need some mongrel dog meat. Let's go get some mongrel dog meat. There is some over here. But honestly, I don't think knocking on wood will help it. It's going to crash at some point. It usually crashes once, maybe twice per stream. Alright, let's get some mongrel dog meat. Yeah, I've had pets disappear. Thematically, I like to think that Colin just wanders off and we bring him back again. We're basically roping him back in. Colin actually is around, he's just wandered off and we're just bringing him back again, which is why I'm making a cage to bring him back. Really? Tim, that's really weird. I've been fairly good. go. That's bait for Colin. I'll also eat that as well. I don't know why it had duct tape though. Ah, la la la. Oh, fucking thing in my eyes. God.
Hey, stay there.
I thought it crashed then. I was like, oh, is it actually happening now? Right, see you in a minute, Colin. Huh? Love you. Again, he's not dead, he's just wandered off. That's what's happened.
Crop's been growing pretty good lately. You'd better keep your mouth shut about this place. Can't trust anyone.
Really? That is the absolute last thing you want to happen, Andrew. Colin, I don't think get attacked because I haven't seen his corpse anywhere. I think he just like gets I think he gets deleted. Right. Okie dokie. Let's. Right. So we're gonna get Colin back again. Again, he isn't dead. He's not deleted. He just wandered off. We brought him back again. We just have a little bait for him. No one panic. He's fine. He's coming back from the farm up north. And he's going to play with you. And he misses you greatly. I've got an idea. Yeah, exactly. Everyone got the spoons. Honestly, that Big John, terrible, terrible influence on my young boy. On my precious angel. I put that there like that. It's because it's bloody well not. What a prick. Best boy, Colin. I'll leave it out. You're not going to let me do it. Fine, I'll have to rug glitch in and do it that way instead. What a prick. What a knobhead. Make me have to do things in weird orders. Oh, my nose itches. Da, 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 da. Oh, come here, you knob. Come here. Lovely. Alright, okay, go on. It wouldn't snap to it, so I've just done it this way instead. Okay. Actually, do I want to do it like... How did I do it before? I've completely forgot how I did this before. I didn't do like this at all. No, that's not what I did. God damn it, that is not what I did at all. Because that's way too wide. I didn't have that. Lies. Lies. I remember what I did now. Didn't do any of that shit. Any of that shit. Nothing. None of it. Didn't do any of it. Did it completely different. I'm trying to replicate what I did in the build video without having to check the build video. I remember what I did now. What did I do? I'm going to watch my own video. One sec. What did I do? What did I do? Turn that down. accidentally opening up the ASMR video I was watching earlier. Weird noises, but the audio was off, so it's fine. I'm gonna sneeze. Give me a sec. La la. I'm just gonna watch my video because I'm a narcissist. Oh no, I did do it that way. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I'm literally watching my own video. I'm just going forward to the door. Sorry, guys. Sometimes you gotta do it. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, cool. I know I did that. Right, I know what I did now. I know what I'm doing. I remember now. I remember. Just give you the... I did. Even though I have, so I have YouTube Premium, but I still get money from YouTube Premium. So yes, I just gave myself some ad revenue. You're welcome, past David. Why are you being a prick? Why are you flashing for? You're not bad. PC War Machine, like, if I ever lost access to the plywood, I would legitimately cry. Like, Andrew has the power of my happiness by dint of just, like, they could just take it from me. Don't do it, Andrew, don't do it. I love the plywood. Alright, there we go, that's what I was going to do. That's what we did. That's what we did, everyone. That's what we did. There's a million and one things that should be in vanilla that they're not, because Todd Howard is at times a bit of a bellend. Plywood is one of them. Okay, it's not Todd Howard's fault, but I'm blaming him because he's got nice hair. Where's my rug? My pillow gone. Oh, loves it. Not bad. So this is by the way, in case you're curious, I'm drinking Strongbow strawberry cider. Not bad. That would be amazing. All the plywood, just all the plywood. Forever. People are like, oh, you should totally mix up your resources. And I'm like, no, I shouldn't. Absolutely not. Sounds like heresy. The tofu will fall out. Jesse, you twat. Also, you're welcome. Nice. Yes. I'm very happy about that, by the way, just to be absolutely clear. Westerns, mate, Hamsley, I think we've spoken about this before, but like Westerns is, for those who don't know, Westerns is like, is it like 8% cider? It's heavy shit, so yeah, I respect it. Would you like... I've mentioned this before. I think a lot of people have said New Orleans. I would really like Texas, Mexico. That kind of, again, my geography of the US is okay, but not perfect. But I feel like allowing them to explore a little bit of like the north side of Mexico, or even like maybe like Mexico City and like Texas, I think would be really cool. Oh no, you're a whole 22 years old. Jesse, I turned 39 recently. In 1 year, I will be 40. This is where you collectively say that I don't look 40. Thank you. I'm gonna not even wait for you to say it. I'm just gonna assume that you think it. Why, thank you. I do look quite nice for my age. Yeah. Old. Yeah, Chicago would be cool because they could really like lean it, and they would absolutely lean into the whole like the kind of prohibition gangster vibe that they have quite going with a few of them. Thank you, Jesse. In my head, literally, not only am I still young, I'm the hottest I've ever been right now. I look fit as fuck, mate. I look pretty. Single as hell, but working on it, innit? Working on it. Not working on it very well, let's be honest, but I am technically working on it. Right, okay. Thank you, Jesse. I do. When did you make your first Fallout 4 vids? At the end of 2015. I always like the story of this because it was like one of those really random collective events that sort of spiraled to the point where it changed my entire life. So I used to work in sales, right? So currently right now I work in a kind of like tech-based marketing role. So I work in marketing still technically, but it's only because I'm still part of the marketing team, but I'm basically the tech guy for the marketing team. But back 11 years ago, I used to work, I just worked in sales, and I hated it. I'm quite good at sales, because I'm, good at waffling, but I just don't like it, because I don't really like asking people for money. I despise it. And it was B2B sales, and I very vividly remember, I went on a work trip to Belgium, and I came back, really nice, had a good time, and I came back, and I sat down, and I was like, I don't want to make a phone call ever again. I do not want to do this anymore. I've had enough of this job. And it just happened to be that it was like 2 months before Fallout 4 was releasing. And I just was like, I ended up resigning, taking pay in lieu of notice. They gave me basically a little bit of a pay cut if I left earlier. So I think I got like 3 weeks of pay versus 4. I just was like, so I didn't have to work my notice. And then I also got all of my commission, so I ended up having like about 2 to 3 months worth of money saved up. And then Fallout 4 dropped, and I was like, cool. And I was basically unemployed until I think January. So I think I left at like September, October-ish, and then I was unemployed. So I was basically not working for 3 months. And during that time, I just played Fallout 4 constantly. And then I just randomly decided I'd finished Sanctuary, that first one. If you go to sort my videos by oldest, that one. And I was really proud of this. So I'm going to post a video to Reddit. And yeah, like it got to the front page of Reddit. Woohoo. And yeah, I just ended up another tree in the way. And I was like, people kept asking me questions. So I did stuff and I was like, cool, okay, I'll show you what I did. Why is that? Constantly, it's because it's just too far. But basically, yeah, it was cool. And then it just went from there. I did like 3 months where I was unemployed making videos, and then I started a contract role, and I was getting money from the YouTube at the time, so it meant I didn't have to worry about working as much. So I ended up working as a temp, basically, for a few months while getting the channel set up. It was cool. I'm sure you're a good-looking 61-year-old. I feel like a lot of people really come into their own in their 50s and 60s. I'm weirdly excited because I think, fingers crossed, I'm going to be quite a cool 50-year-old. But famous last words, I might lose all my hair and just become an absolute bellend. Back in high school. Lol. Right, that keeps... I do sometimes feel old, though, when people say they watch my videos in school. I'm like, right, well, that does make me feel a bit old. Thank you, Jesse. I think so. I think I've, again, famous last words, I might drop off hard, but I feel as if I've sort of aged fairly well already. So I'm cautiously optimistic. Right, this is my little purifier area. Can I squeeze a third one in? Oh, get in. I'm totally going to squeeze a third one in. Will I have enough power for it? I totally will. Awesome. There we go. And yet you spend all your time playing video games, Andrew, you child. He's just waiting there.
I'm feeling swell.
Welcome, Jesse. Welcome. Congrats. Nice. Yeah, I feel as if my audience is like, I've got quite a nice split in my audience, I think. Like, there are lots of people who are like, I watched your stuff in school. And there are a lot of people around my age, or like maybe like 10 years older, so it's quite grand. This is true, actually, playing. Extremely fair take. Saying that, yeah, like... I don't play Fallout 4 so much as that's one of the reasons why I stream Fallout 4 is so I get to play it a little bit more, rather than just building. Again, I love the building, don't get me wrong, but like, it's also why I tend to like, I had to make a decision to not really make. I might make mods again in the future, but I have to pick and choose my hobbies and my time sinks, and mods are. So yeah, like I think like I'm like cautious. And weird as it sounds, like I think the 40s or 40s are going to be the period where I think I'm probably going to be at my most financially stable. I suspect, because I think that's when my career is going to sort of hit its probable peak. And I feel like 50s and 60s and beyond are just going to be much more chill. I don't know what retirement's going to be like. I think I'm probably going to be one of those people who does have a fairly okay retirement by dint of just what the career I have. Because I have a very corporate-y tech job, which has a pretty structured promotional period, and I'm quite senior already. But, like, yeah, I think 40s will be when I finally, like, buy the house and all that shit. But I feel like 50s are just when I'm going to sort of properly vibe. Ah, congratulations, Laura! Right, let me know how it is, Laura, because I'm cautiously excited about turning 50. I've got, like, you know, obviously 11 years. As far as I'm concerned, because I look a bit sweaty right now, but I think I can be one of those millennials who can say I do look quite good for my age. And my big obsessive goal is I have to be a decent-looking, young-looking 50-year-old. I moisturize, like, on that shelf there, I've got the plants there normally, right? Like, well, I've got the plants there now. Normally that is covered in skincare. I am obsessive. I'm gonna be a attractive 50-year-old, goddammit. That's the plan. I'm gonna age well. Or I'm just gonna hit a peak and just suddenly just fall off hard. Hey. I know, Andrew, as a little bit of a cope. One of the perks of my job is I am ostensibly... When technology tends to advance, given what I do, I tend to be the person who sort of gets to at least be the person who implements it, so I'll probably find... But again, yeah, you're absolutely right. Screw it, I'm also really good at survival games. So if the world ends, I will build you all houses, yeah? Well, firstly, Hamsley, no. I like having healthcare. And roads. But also, yeah, turning 40 will be grand. Well, I'm turning 40 in less than a year, so that's going to be a thing. Let's do another one here. Oh yeah, that outpost on you was so good. I really liked that. I do it again. I will do that again. Again, I have to rebuild everything, but I don't mind rebuilding it. My plan is to be an attractive man who is moderately okay financially, but not rich. I'm definitely never going to be rich, but I should be reasonably good. Cool. Right, Bosh. Well, you're still lovely, Laura. You're one of my favourite people, so. And you should embrace the hermit lifestyle. Cool, right. This is looking good. It's a little bit different than how I did it before, but honestly, probably structurally more interesting. And I can probably fit another one of those purifiers in there. So I'm going to basically make another thing here. I used to live in the ghetto. I used to live in East London, which was properly... I used to live in a properly old school block of flats in East London. I'm not going to lie, I miss it so much. The vibes were good, but I also kind of like really enjoy living. I now live in a fairly bougie-ish area of Brighton, and I'm kind of happy with it, to be honest. It's quite nice. But I do miss the ends. I went to East London the other week, and it was just, I miss it. I initially moved to Brighton because the rent was cheaper. I'm now at the point where I could rent, not in my old area, but maybe a little bit further out in London. And there are times when I've thought about going back. Miss the ends. But I've now made friends as well in Brighton. It's annoying. It's annoying I have friends now. Because that means I've got attachments. Yeah, with the... It was... Not the druggie, it was the drug dealer roommate. He wasn't actually a drug, I don't think. I told that story. Have I told everyone this story? There's 66 of you on the stream as of me looking right now. Let me tell you a story. So a few years ago, basically like more than a few years ago, I lived in my last ever flat share in London. It was meant to be a temporary thing. I did it just sort of like hopping over thing. It was with my old landlord was like, oh yeah, we have to sell this place, but like I've got this place available, you will be flat sharing, what's about that? And I was like, yeah, cool, we'll do that. And it was nice. It was in East London, Bethnal Green, and basically the flats consisted of like there was a young Italian girl who was a chef. There was this really nice Japanese lad, very very quiet. There was a Polish guy, so basically where my room was, Italian girl there, Japanese guy over there, like round the corner. That side of me was this Polish lad. And then there was another room, a really small room, and this is important, that was populated by this guy. I don't know where he was from. And he was never around. And how it was told to me was that, oh, he works abroad and he does lots of like work overseas. So he's not really in the flat very often. He sort of temporarily turns up. And I was like, okay, that's a bit weird, but whatevs. People do, it's London, people have different jobs. Anyway, roll on about 3-4 months in. We hear a noise about 4 a.m, 5 a.m, and I start getting up. My Polish flatmate there gets up, opens the door, and I hear something, a crowbar. It's a crowbar. I hear a crowbar drop and a guy run away. Turns out a guy was trying to like break into the flat. And we're like, oh, shit, that's weird. Now, for context as well, we had got the suspicion that maybe the guy who lived in the small room who was never there was actually a drug dealer, because he was just a bit weird. He was, like, very coming and going. Thank you, Laura. You're one of my favourite people. And basically... saying that we're telling a potentially traumatic story, but it's a funny story. I love telling a story. Anyway, so a week later... Right, so the context is we suspect he might have been involved in drugs in some way... and someone had just tried to break in the flat. Now, a week later, I'm going to Portugal for my birthday. Porto, to be specifically. Beautiful city. And the morning of me leaving, it goes to 5 a.m. again. I'm in bed, and I hear something on the door, and I immediately wake up, and I'm like, wait a second, what's this? And then I hear a smash. And I specifically hear the smash of someone smashing glass that does that thing, you know, that safety glass, where it, like... cracks into little pieces and spreads everywhere. And that's immediately when I'm like, okay, I think someone's just smashed the door in. So I'm starting to get my clothes on, and I start calling the police, and then I hear on a mighty bang, and the room next to mine, the Polish guy's room, his door, we all have locks on our doors, the door gets kicked in, Now, thankfully, that guy was not in that room because he would have definitely died that night. He's staying with his girlfriend. At that point, I'm like, cool. The police, they arrived within about 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. And when I got off the phone call with the police, you hear them ransacking the room. While I got on the phone with the police, I suddenly see my WhatsApp group chat from my flatmates, like, guys, someone's broken the flat. I'm like, don't worry, they're coming. At this point, I'm like trying to find a blunt object, because my assumption would be they would then kick in my door, because it's the one right next to it. They don't. The police turn up with tasers, and yeah, and it's like, okay, cool, but this is the most surreal night of my life. We end up having forensics come over to dust for prints, and before I go, so I've got my flight at like 10 a.m., I mention... So basically, they kicked the wrong door in. I think, and I'll get why they kicked the door in. Instead of kicking the smaller room, which is a really tiny room, I think they must have been watching the flat from the outside and picked the one room with the lights off, assuming there might be something in that room. So I tell them, I'm like, we think maybe that guy in that room is involved in drugs in some way, yada, yada, yada. They came in with tasers and everything. We had to open the room like, police with tasers, because don't forget, police don't usually have guns in the UK, so they just came with tasers. I didn't get tased, it's fine. So anyway, I go to Portugal, and I put my phone in flight mode. This is important. So I put it in flight mode, about an hour and a half flight, really nice, beautiful, wasn't really thinking about it. I land in Portugal, and as I'm walking to the gate, I turn off flight mode. And after my phone connects to the internet, does that thing, you've ever gone from England to Europe, it takes a while for the phone to like reconnect to the local internet, and I get a load of messages, and the first one I see at the top is about 500,000 in cocaine. Turns out what happened is that on my tip, the police had asked the landlord to unlock that room. They unlocked that room, and there were no bed sheets, no bedding. All there were massive bags full of weed, cocaine, loads. There was basically around 500,000 worth of drugs in that room. There was like everything. There was a drawer that was full of because apparently one of my old flatmates, before I moved in, had complained about the smell. He had incense diffusers all across the room, and he had a load of heroin in a bag which he'd put in the drawer, and inside the drawer it was full of like washing up powder to sort of like muffle the smell of it. And I just was like, I ended up posting on Facebook all the pictures. I just saw pictures of police bringing out bags. We went into the room like when I got back, and you still found little baggies of weed everywhere. But yeah, no, I nearly died, because had they kicked in my room, they would have killed me. This was a legit. So basically, the guy never got arrested. I think my landlord might have been a bit more aware of it than he put on. But yeah, that was my last flat. That was my last flat share. I eventually was like, right, I have to move out now. But yeah, that was a weird one. Such a surreal experience. The weird thing is, right, is I was quite proud of myself of how I handled that. Because instead of, like, full-on panicking, I sort of this kind of... I think because I suspected what it was about when the door got kicked in, my brain was like, okay, I think someone's broken the flat. Due to this, I have to sort of deal with this shit now. And I just sort of hit a sort of zen state of, which in hindsight I should have been panicking, because oh my god, that guy would have, like, again, the whole knife crime thing in the UK is obviously overblown. It's mostly propaganda to scare Americans into voting Republican. It's way less than most American cities, but it is still the weapon of choice, right? Okay, it's still the weapon of choice, and obviously this was a drug bust. So if they'd kicked my door, and I was this was like, well, July, so I was nude, so I was like kind of getting my clothes on because I was like too hot to sleep in my clothes, and I would have just been stabbed to death. Good lord. But yeah, anyway, honest to god, thinking about it, the guy was very clever for picking that flat, because it was like in a block of flats, but it was in a very family block of flats. So, like, you just wouldn't have thought that this was an area where there would be a drug stash house nearby, but now you know. Right, okay, cool. Anywho, let's... I think it's just the thing, Jesse, because like there's that whole like it's only like most people realize it's bollocks, but there's that subset of like, you know, MAGA-esque Republicans who think that like that we generally just have like rampant knife crime in the UK, even though it's like in London specifically, even though it's like the safest city, one of the safest made capital cities in the world. But the thing is, even though obviously we are safe, it is still the weapon of choice is a knife. So if you are going to get, you know, murdered, it's... Well, actually, you do have guns, but that's usually only gang-related. Because guns are hard to get. It's much easier to get a kitchen knife and shank someone up. As is tradition. I read one the other day, and again, it's just, I think it's because obviously in the US you do get a lot of like more propaganda than most, right? And it was one of those TikTok videos where it's like a lady being like, I think it was after Belgium had beaten the US, and I think people were bantering the US a little bit. And some lady was like, "It's okay, Europeans, we've got this." And she took her plates and rinsed her plates, and everyone was like, I'm so confused. And it turns out there's a subset of Americans, again, I don't suspect it, it's just like, I think it's like a MAGA thing, I don't know, who think that Europeans don't rinse the soap of our plates or something like. It's so weird. And I'm like, what an absolutely random thing. I remember watching it, and everyone's like, all the British people are like, what? What? Do we not do that? Right. It's so weird. I wish I should have bookmarked the video, because everyone, the whole thing, with just British people like, sorry, what? But I think for some reason, I doubt it's very common. It might be like common in her specific area of the US, I suspect. But they were convinced that we like just don't rinse our plates or something, and I was like, like apparently that's the thing. We don't rinse the suds off our plates. And like, I was like, how does that even come about? Like, how does that stereotype come about? Like, what a very niche thing. Like, just to be clear, I suspect, like, you know, you guys don't think that, but I think she did, and it must have been like her every area did. Tim, you're exactly correct. That's what we do. We're always shanking up. I just, you know, this is how we greet. We go, "You're right, fam, run me your phone. Run me your phone." Oh, yeah, the drinking water is funny as well. I'd heard the drinking water one. The drinking water one is hilarious. But the soap one was just like, what? What are you talking about? I think it's because, like, and you know the thing, and again, just to be clear, I'm well aware this is a small number of people. I'm not like bantering Americans. It's just funny because, like, with culture, we banter each other time. But like, it's the thing about how you have to pay for water at restaurants in the UK or in Europe. You don't actually have to do that. And I was trying to figure out where that stereotype came from. And when I visited America, I figured it out. And it's because in America, you get, because of the customer service focused culture, you get stuff brought to your table unprompted. And one of the big things is a jug of water with ice, which, by the way, is a great thing, and I think it's grand. In Europe, that doesn't happen. You have to specifically ask for it. And you have to specifically ask for tap water in ice, because otherwise, if you want water, you're either going to get tap water sometimes, or they might bring you bottled water, which you obviously do have to pay for. And it was like, I was trying to figure out for years, like, where the stereotype came from. And I think it's because there's not a culture of necessarily, like, certain things you don't feel you need to ask for. It was always really fascinating. Tap water's fine. I mean, it depends where you live, actually, I guess. But I think what happens is that, like, if you want water with ice in it, you have to ask for water with ice. You just won't be given, like, and I think that's what happens. I'm certain that's what happens. They ask for water, and then they get just, like, some water. like a small glass of water because that's what they asked for. But because their assumption of what water is, oh, I meant like a big jug of ice with water in it, a jug of water with ice in it. Because they don't get that, there comes this like bizarre stereotype that, you know, you can't buy water and, or we don't have running water in Europe. Which is really weird because Europe has significantly better infrastructure than the US, like a lot. And just to be clear, mainland Europe has significantly better infrastructure than the UK. The UK is like halfway between the US and Europe. Like France, when I went there the first time, I was like, oh, it's way nicer here. Like, it's so much nicer. Yeah, Mart. So I used to hate that kind of water. I'm now a full advocate for carbonated water. Yeah, but Germans especially, they really like their fizzy water. It took me a long time to get into it. Then I ended up like going on a few dates with this. It was actually a French girl, actually, not a German girl, but like she really liked carbonated water, and I just started drinking it. So thank you, Lubna, because I wasn't going to have it until you had it. I do wonder how some of the stereotypes come about now. Some of them are just very funny. But the washing the dishes thing was so weird, because like genuinely, how does that even happen? How? Like, why would you believe that? Oh yeah, they don't rinse their dishes out there. Another one which is really funny, and this one I do know how it came about. So there was sort of like a cultural tradition with older people in the UK that when they were washing their dishes, I don't know why, maybe something to do with the 70s, they would wash their dishes in a bowl. So what you would do is you would have your sink and you would get a plastic tub and put it in the sink, and then you would wash in the plastic tub, and then you would pour the plastic tub out. It's something to do with the 70s and the 80s. It doesn't happen anymore. It's just that it wasn't common, but it was noticeable enough. Like you would probably know someone who did that. And I remember again, like there was a TikTok of a lady was like, Europeans, how would you do it? Just show me how you do it. Now I clicked what she was talking about, like she thought everyone did it. Yeah, very funny. Yeah, like seltzer. Yeah, I think, I mean, like, yeah, 90%, you know. There's the big one, which happens, to be fair, non-Londoners do, which is because Sadiq Khan is mayor, London must be some, like, you know, caliphate or something. That's obviously more overwhelmingly based in racism. So some of the stereotypes you guys get about the UK, especially London, they exist almost in a weird way in the UK, but it's always almost exclusively some guy who doesn't live in London. London's lovely. My favourite one, my absolute favourite one, is when they say we have no-go areas. They're my favourite one ever. Because they try and think of a place that has a no-go area, and they always, without fail, pick somewhere which has a very vibrant nightlife every time. Yeah, I think what it is with X, because I think it'd be more fair. I don't think you're stupid at all. I think there's a cultural penchant for propaganda in a way that many people don't realise is as bad as it is. And I think that's more it. America's actually quite a nice place. Like, for example, I'm going to say something else. Like, American and Canadian parks are like, you know, like those kind of big national parks. Some of the most beautiful places I've ever seen. America is an extremely okay place. And that's the thing, that's nothing wrong with being an okay place. The UK is an extremely okay place, right? But it's not the best place in Europe. And the US isn't the best place in the world. It's just okay. And I think, especially with the growth of the internet, that okayness for certain subset of Americans is not okay, because they don't want it to be okay. They want it to be the best place ever. because bald eagle noises. And I think that's probably where it stems from. Oh, yeah. Like, I mean, obviously... Which is a shame, because, like, I mean, from what I gather, like, historic... What's his face? Teddy Roosevelt? He was really into the parks, wasn't he? I know this from Civilization, just to be absolutely clear. He's, like, one of the leaders in Civilization, and one of the things is he gets, like, massive parks bonuses. I think the US will be fine. I think there's just in many ways the US and the UK are on the same journey. Just the UK is a bit further on, because like again, like for the UK, that's randomly talking about global politics and cultural development. But like the UK is in like the last teething stages of acknowledging the fact that we're not a global power anymore, because we're not a global power, we're fucking tiny. And Brexit was sort of like the last impotent cry of that, and the US is sort of beginning that journey, but obviously they have a little bit more to do, basically, but they will get that, and maybe one day you'll be okay at football, maybe real football. Come here, you bastard. I know JFK was really into Marilyn Monroe. Yes, he was. Nah, you guys will be grand. I think you guys will probably have a little bit harder to do after the current regime, because I think the broader problem is of like, you guys basically have two conservative parties, but one of them is cosplaying at being a progressive party, but they sort of do have a progressive element. So once you get out of that bit, so I think you'll probably have another administration or two afterwards where it's a bit painful, but I think you'll do good. But at least you won't have the orange nonce, which is nice. I mean, it is a bit embarrassing, you know, because even the UK arrested our nonce, yeah? We actually arrested people on the Epstein files. This is looking good. Yeah, basically, Andrew sums it up significantly more succinctly than me. Yeah, literally that. You have a very traditionally conservative party, the Democrats, and then you have a bunch of lunatics who just apparently really like shagging kids, which is a bit weird. That's alright, Jesse. Don't worry. Anyway, let's talk about something else. Rather than depressing Jesse. Because we like Jesse. Jesse's just released some music. They're old. By old, they mean about 22. See, I do pay attention, by the way. Right, okay, let's put that there. I'm in a good mood today. I've had a good day. I also cooked an amazing... If you go on my Instagram, my story, you can see my lunch I made. I made sweet sticky tofu earlier today, and it was fucking amazing. Hey, don't smack me, Jax. That's what Jesse said when they said they were old, because they apparently started watching my channel when they were 14, which makes me feel old. It's fine. I'm pretty old. No, I made some like really good food earlier. I don't want that. Do I want? I'm going to have that one there, so I'm emotionally committed to putting it. Commit. There we go. Slightly closer to go than that one, but I'll take it. It was so good. It was so good. So what I want to do, so I love cooking, right? Especially like just vegetarian meals, because I'm vegetarian, obviously. And I don't cook with tofu enough. So basically, what I want to do next. So how that is what I've done is I've just got some really firm drained tofu, ripped it up into pieces, soaked it in soy sauce, then put that into a bowl which has got cornstarch in it and basted it all the time. Then deep fried it so it's really crispy, and then made a sauce which is like soy sauce, sriracha, maple syrup, garlic and ginger. Anything else? A bit of sesame seed oil and some sesame seeds. Really good. Boom. And then with a little bit of cornstarch to make it thicker. What I want to do next is I'm actually going to grate the tofu and then season it and then mush it together so it has a bit more of like a stringy, chickeny like texture to it, but also has a bit more seasoning on the inside as well, and then do the same process again. This does... Thank you, I do look great. Butchie, the reason why this build looks familiar is because I had to restart my run, so we're rebuilding a load of shit. So this is the thing that you've already seen. But it's like, I want to do it so it's done. And I tend to do this stuff on stream so I can sort of, you know, knock it out. Oh, Hamsley. So what you do with the reason why I use cornstarch and recommend you try it is you put it over, you baste it, sticks to the tofu, and then you fry it, and it's basically like fried chicken. It's just the crispy bit you get on fried chicken. It's amazing. Literally, maple syrup is the best. Like, again, we don't have that. Look at that. That is awful, David. I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. We have various kinds of syrup in the UK, and gotta give it to the Canadians for making the best kind of syrup. That was awful. That was dog shit. Oh, I keep leaving pillars everywhere. Yeah, but most of your fucked up shit is our fault, ultimately, so... it still comes back to us. It's that age-old Bill Hicks meme of, you know, like, Western diplomacy and warmongering boils down to basically standing there in front of a guy going, pick up the gun. I don't want to, sir. Pick up the gun. And the second the guy picks up the gun, you shoot him, and you're like, oh, he had a gun that I gave him. You're probably almost certainly correct, Andrew. I just know that I forgot to use cornstarch when I tried to make this last week, and it was really shit. And then I made... Oh, goddamn, I've used the wrong one. But then I made it again, and it was amazing. Yeah, Jesse, it goes through waves of being difficult. We've got our... What's this? I think our 8th Prime Minister in, like, 10 years, or something like... I think it's not 8th, maybe, like, the 6th or 7th Prime Minister we've had in 10 years. Which is at least slightly funny. Right, let's do... Why do I keep storing my pillars? There's the other one. Grab here. 7th, yeah. I lost count. It's only our 7th. Ugh. Let's see how fucking Andy does then. For context, I used to be a Labour Party member and I just, like, full on left. I did vote for the Greens next time. I was going to join them, but currently I've not really joined anyone. Oh, look at that. Like a glove. Like a glove. Andrew, there's time for more. There's time out for more. The Liz Truss thing makes me laugh so much. Have you ever seen Liz Truss, like, just, like, now, out and about? It is the most collectively embarrassing shit. Oh my god. She's like our cringiest export ever. She, like, turns up at random far-right rallies, and then she gets, like, just dunked on. Like, English journalists will just take the piss out of her now. And ever watch her just being teased by a journalist? Like, do they even know who you are, Liz? She makes this, like, really, like, face as she's walking, and it's just so fucking funny. Because she doesn't know else what... Oh my god, it's so funny. She's such a loser. Liz Truss. Oh, what an embarrassment that lady was. Biggest shot. Yeah, exactly. That's the real Prime Minister right there. My lettuce. Oh my god, what an embarrassing, like, imagine rising to the highest office in the UK and you've just become a complete meme. Literally, yeah, when you're not even good enough for Nigel Farage, that is just... And, you know, the depths of Reform UK candidates is just... The good thing is, I mean, it's probably going to be more of the same, but, like, given all of his scandals and the fact that Burnham is probably going to be just not shit enough, I suspect he's probably missed his chance at being PM, which is nice. So that's a slight bit of news. We'll probably get someone worse at some point, who is him, but with intelligence and charisma, but, like, at least he won't win, which is funny. I'll take that. Yeah, I mean, again, it's fairly standard. Being a mayor, to be fair, you can't really do much. But he's at least less of a robot than old Keith. It's dark again, I just realised. Sorry, guys. I will scroll. God damn it. Oh my god! The problem is, so with all the bin face coverage, it is very funny, but depressingly, if you ever read any, like, if you only, like, superficially read any polling on the whole Clacton. So for context, basically, everyone, Nigel Farage tried to do, like, a whole stunt where he's basically been investigated for shit tons of scandals. And don't forget, this is the UK. We punish our politicians for scandals here. That's the one thing we do quite well. Hence why we've had 7 prime ministers in, like, half a dozen years. And basically, he tried to do a thing where it's like, right, I'm going to resign as a PM and stand again, and I'll let the people decide if I'm worthy of their trust. But what's ended up happening is none of the major parties are actually going to stand because that's a farce. So the only people who's standing against him are, like, novelty candidates. One of them is Count Binface. Now, on the national polling, more people want Binface. Unfortunately, the Clacton polling, people at Clacton are dickheads, unfortunately, so he's probably not going to win, but it would be very funny. What's that like? Funny. It gives you occasional memes. As I said, we did recently arrest a prince. That was fun, for being a nonce. You guys should get on that. Noncing is bad. The bar is on the floor. We just sort of walked over the bar, tripped on it a bit, but, you know, we did get there eventually. Oh yeah, Boris did loads of things. Like, you know, he I think the biggest thing he did was take credit for launching the bike scheme. So there were these, you know, those electric bikes that you get, that you rent, right? So in London was one of the first places to get them across the world, and everyone called them Boris bikes. But it wasn't actually him who did it. It was Ken Livingstone. It's just, it didn't go into effect until Boris was mayor of London. He was fucking shit. Yeah, people at Clacton are weird. Clacton, I think Clacton's near Margate, isn't it? And Margate's, like, it's quite Brexit-y. I knew a guy from Margate. He was actually a nice guy. He just was the dumbest fucker on the planet. He like, lived in Margate, which again I think is near Clacton, or Clacton's part of Margate. And he was like, he was one of our IT developers. Really nice guy, like really nerdy, kind of cool. But he just thought Brexit was the best thing ever. And I remember that we would occasionally like, you know, mock him for it. And then one time he came back from lunch and he was complaining that his Scotch egg had like gone up like 30, 50p. And I was like, well, yeah, you know, Brexit will do that. And he dead ass said to me, "Is that oh, Brexit won't affect the price of food?" And I was like, and everyone in the office just looked at him like this. It's like, fucking dumbass piece of shit. Yeah, I know. I mean, yeah. Andrew should be, you know, I can't say what I think should happen to Andrew on stream, but he should not be just a disgraced ex-royal, is all I'm going to say. But at least we don't have to see him anymore. Boris did Checkler one time. We call them burning bikes. Right, we're done. Another one. Right, it is very well. What's the time? I'm going to do for another 15. I'm going to see if I can finish this, then I'll stop the stream. Because it's already 11. I already did my French, by the way, so I'm not in a rush, but I also want to finish this. If I can. I might have to redo that one again, actually, to be honest. I don't think that's going to work there, is it? God, it is warm in it. I'm literally sweating so much. Stupid. Hey, Optic Love. Welcome, welcome. I am very warm. Oh, I've got cider. I keep forgetting about cider. Ah, la la la. Ah, la la la. Hashtag it just works. Come on, you prick. Come on. Come on, you fucker. There we go. True. I'm not going to go too much around, but the monarchs in the UK, and like, unless you live in the UK, you don't know how embarrassing people who really like the royals are. Oh man, it's so embarrassing. Every time they'll be like, you know, like when there was the Queen's birthday and also the coronation, that's the word I'm thinking of Charles, you get those absolute losers like who are really into the monarchy, and I'm like, ugh. I've got like a half brother, same dad, different mum, and him and his partner, his wife, really like the monarchy, and it's just like, you guys are a complete fucking disappointment. It's embarrassing. I get like sympathetic embarrassment. Ugh. Oh, very, very good point, Andrew. Yeah, you're right. I'm going to get myself probably ever so slightly irradiated. The man does not miss very often. Right, let's do that one. Let's do that one. Right. Okie dokie doke. This looks good. This looks better than the one I did before, so that's cool. Take care, Jesse. Yeah, I'm going to finish off in a sec. I'm just going to basically finish off this bit, and then we are done for today, because I have actually been really productive. We finished walling off, I've done other buildings. This has actually been a complete, constant building stream, which has been quite nice. I've sort of locked in. I think honestly, I think the ciders helped me a lot. Actually, this is problematic, but when I've got some alcohol, I do tend to sort of hyper focus on things, which is, we can discuss that another time. Okie dokie. Right. Okay. Oh, I'm so sweaty. Ugh, don't like it. Right, I've just got 2 more to do. I am actually quite irradiated. There we go. Not too bad though. Look, my hair's all wet as well. Putain. Right, okay. This is a cool little structure though, if I do say so. I do love a good cider. I am partial to a cheeky cider. Also, Strongbow have been I remember when Strongbow was associated with some of the shittiest ciders ever, and now they've really lent into the like cheap and cheerful fruity ciders, and I'm all for it, to be honest. Is that fine? Yeah, easy. It's alright, Jax. I will drink for you. Now, I'm in like such a weirdly zen state recently. It's so nice. I don't know why. I think what it is. So I've recently, I think I mentioned earlier. So I've lived in Brighton for about a year and a bit now. Yeah, about a year. Yeah, a year and like 3 or 4 months. And I've now got like a friendship group, like a genuine like it's people from my board game club basically, and we're actually mates. And I realised recently that a lot of them are in the same boat as me, where they moved to Brighton last year. They don't really know many people. They want to go out, but no one is asking them. So I've just started like arranging events with people now, because I'm like apparently just taken charge because I'm impatient and I'm good at organizing stuff. So we did we went to a pub quiz on Tuesday. we were 6 out of 10, but it was such a fun night. I was in a really good mood. Oh god, I'm like at 10 rads. Jesus, I'm getting loads. I was getting so many. Haven't drunk since last century. You get on that. Oh, Laura. Well, I mean, it's not that warm, but we don't have aircon here, so. But I don't have my fan on because it's noisy. Right, I think we're nearly done. I mean, I can do some more like boarding up, but that looks pretty solid actually. I like that. I like so I didn't have any ciders in the US, but when I went I did have quite a few beers while I was there, and the US beer is quite solid. Like obviously, you know, the reputation for more light beers is definitely there, but there were some, at least where I went, there were some pretty decent ciders, to be honest. Well, decent ales rather, sorry. Just do this bit. And then I'm nearly done. It's looking good. I'm really glad I finished this because I've been wanting to do this for ages, but I kept putting it off, so I've sort of just locked in. Jax, like, I've been, I got really the World Cup, I was pretty boozy. Like, that was, I think it was because it was the World Cup and it was my birthday holiday. Oh, and that was, I think that was the point where, when I was starting to, like, socialise with people outside of my board game club. Like, as in not just, hey, let's go and play board games. It was like, do you want to go see the football and stuff? And it was fun, but I was just, oh my god, so boozy. Yeah, there were some really good ales in the US when I was there. I was quite impressed, actually. I think the impression I got is it would be mostly, like, yeah, kind of more light beer stuff, but it was honestly pretty solid. I was quite impressed. come a long way since Prohibition, just saying. I need to plug that gap there. That's good idea. Yeah, it's probably like, I mean, in terms of, I think it's about, temperature-wise, it's probably, I think it was 25, so it's probably like 80, maybe like late 70s, or 80-something, roughly. Yeah, no, I did like. Obviously, like, I mean, I British beers I really like. I think we do very good ales and stuff like that. The one that surprised me, not the US, but like, obviously I go to France quite a lot. French cider is the best cider I've ever had. If you're ever in France, and again, just... Kingsport Lighthouse, fuck off. Alright, let me do this and we'll defend. But yeah, no, French cider's really good. Belgian beer is obviously the best. German is good, but honestly, I'm going to go say I think it's not as good as some others. French beer is terrible, though. The beer sucks. Cider's very good, though, so it makes up for it. I need to make that. Let's get this one instead. Oh, God damn it. There's a little gap and it's really pissing me off. There we go. That'll do, pig. That'll do. I have been to the Netherlands, but I haven't had a Radler before. I went to Amsterdam for work, which I need to go again, because that is the... Like, that city needs me to read a book in it. Like, if ever a city needed me to have a pint and a book, it's Amsterdam. Canadian beer. I've never been to Canada. That's on the to-do list. I feel I would really like Canada because of the... I'm a big... I don't like the heat, and Canada is, as we know, a bit cold. Let's do one more, and then I think we're done with this wall. I'm gonna put this one in, so it can we'll do a sort of matching thing. Hi, Kelvin. I'm going to finish the stream in a little bit, so apologies if I'm disappearing just as you're joining, but thank you for joining. We're just finishing off this bit here. There we go. Right, cool. I'll probably do that wall at some point, but for now I'll leave that like that. So I have rebuilt the purifier area. I probably do a little bit more detail, like the decorations. Actually, I'm going to do one thing quickly, if I can remember where it was. I had a really nice Dutch cider when I was in Portugal, and I can't for the life remember its name. This is very important, actually. It's just popped into my brain. It was a really nice... I think it was Dutch. 1 second. I'm basically scrolling back through my feed to find the Portugal pictures from a couple of years ago. It was basically... what was the name of it? I found the picture. Damn it doesn't have the name. Fuck's sake. It was a really nice Dutch cider, but I can't remember the name, so that's helpful to nobody. But it's very good. Don't think it was Apple Bandit. It was definitely a Dutch one, though. Right, if I think it's in structures, pre-war buildings, nope, it is in power. Manufacturing, yeah! This is, Andrew, this is your most buried section, by the way, and there is some good shit in here. I really like these for decoration, but I always forget where they are. I'm glad I didn't screw up that time. Cool. All right. Bosh. Okay, so let's do King Point Lighthouse, defend that. But this looks really good, and I'm glad that we finally did it. So let's shoot some foos. Oh, I'm sweating my ass off. Yeah, I'm so part of my company is based in so they're like Australian, Canadian, and UK. I do need to sort of have a butcher's. Also, getting to, like, especially Toronto is going to be a fairly, like, easy flight. I think it'll be, like, a 12-hour one. Right, okay. Got a gun. Let's go defend Kingport Lighthouse. I wonder who it's going to be. Please don't be Rust Devils, but it's definitely be Rust Devils. Also, my arm aches, good lord. Where are you? Oh, it's gunners. Say yes to drugs. Is that it? Where's the rest of you?
Don't much care for good neighbor. That place is nothing but trouble.
Yeah, literally. I mean, it must be like the fact that you've coordinated the venues so well, considering. Oh god damn. Was that it? Only 3 dudes. Alright, good work, gang. Right, let's go back to Sanctuary again. Oh, itchy nose. Good lord. Come on, load your twat. Also, the game didn't crash once, so go team. Do we get Colin? Ah, Colin! Colin! Is it about to crash? Nope. Colin. I can't see the bloody cable. Ah, look at him! Look at him! Ah, look at him. Oh, wait, lagging. There we go, it's fine. There he is. See, he wasn't gone, everyone. He just wandered off. Definitely isn't dead. Although my game is starting to lag out now. It's fine. Alright, that is a sign from the gods. They just stop there. Right, this has been a vibe. I really enjoy streaming on Saturdays, I think. I think Saturdays are the perfect day for streaming because, like, Australian side people get Sunday morning, which is cool. And I think for a lot of us, we're doing fuck all on a Saturday. Or you're coming back from something or you're just going out to something and it's a good vibe. I'll have a video up, maybe tomorrow or Monday. Oh, God. It's a castle one and you're building where the... Actually, I'm not doing the staircase thing. I'm going to do the turret stands thing. That was the thing I was going to do first. And I'm going to have my first Project Zomboid video up next week. So what it's going to be is, I thought about it, and I'm just going to do a 40-minute to an hour playthrough and, like, show people what your first hour of the game is going to be like. Because I think it's the best way. Because there are loads of, like, guides out there, but this will be specifically... what is your first hour usually like? And I can sort of waffle and talk through like various techniques and like ways to survive. So yes, it'll be fun. That'll be probably somewhere mid next week. I haven't looked at as advertised yet. I will get onto that. So much to do. I'm going to turn my fan on in a sec. And it's going to be absolutely magical. Right, anyway, I love you all. See you soon. Australian side people. Have a good day. For the rest of you, have a good night and get some sleep. Later, laters.